The rest of Task Force 141 brought in the ACS, Alan. 2 men took down an entire base. I ask much more from you now. Yesterday you were a soldier on the front lines, but today, front lines are history. Uniforms are relics. The war rages everywhere, and there will be casualties. This man was fighting his own war, and he has no rules, no boundaries. He doesn't flinch at torture, human trafficking, or genocide. He's not loyal to a flag or a country or any set of ideals. He trades blood for money. He's your new best friend. You don't want to know what it's cost already to put you next to him. It will cost you a piece of yourself. It will cost nothing compared to everything you'll save.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you're having a wonderful night tonight. Tonight is kind of another one of those variety streams where we take a look at some of the response to our SRA stream, which was quite entertaining. We got all called some very nice names, and so we'll have a wonderful chat about that, as well as a little bit of goofy goober stuff commenting on PSA and its quality or lack thereof. Now, you might notice that Mr. Richard is gone. And that is because he is completely fired. He said some things on the Discord that were just unrecoverable. So he is never coming back. So you may all rejoice in the chat now. But to replace one autist, I have brought 7 more. So it's going to kind of equal out. We have Wes. Oh, Bread Doge died. We have Spaz, Jake, Logan, Dank, and Bones. So, all at once, all at the exact same time, how is everybody's night going?
I'm feeling great.
Absolutely wonderful.
Oh, are we already starting? Sorry, I didn't know we were.
No, we're live.
No, we're not live yet. You're all good, man.
The dog's gonna
Say whatever you want. Say whatever you want. Get us banned immediately.
Spaz, you had a video come out this week. How do you feel about that?
Oh, I missed it. Oh my god.
Oh, yeah, I'm a YouTuber, I guess. It sucked for my first time going around.
Tisk.
You gotta
So
learn
you
about
wait too
audio
damn
balancing.
long.
What's
Yeah,
the title of the video again? You gotta tell me the title.
Okay. Let me see. I don't remember.
It's that Spaz thing, right?
Yeah, so YouTube channel Spaz Guy. M16A1 is like actually epic. Okay, guys.
Spaz guy.
It's called Inconsistent Audio, the video.
No,
Would that be this one here? Oh, this one. 47 subscribers. You know what? You are getting
Big
you're getting
leagues.
absolutely mogged by Lugaru right now.
Oh, say that. I'm gonna get banned. Oh, I look so bad.
Do him like that, man. It's fucked up.
No,
Oh
don't
yeah.
give a
Oh yeah. We got to.
This is a good intro. I remember this
It's
when you were
fun.
building this in the
It's
server.
Oh yeah.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Please work it. Work it. Show off that A2 handguard. A2 furniture. Yes, that sling. Is that Magpul? God, that's sexy. I love you. I just want to take some pictures. Is that a Geisley SSAE? 2-stage trigger? Wow.
No, LaRue, SMH my head. Shame on you.
I just want to take some pictures. And you can go home.
Listen, if that's your guys' vibe, go ahead and check out Spaz's video. Let me drop that in the live chat because that is the quality you can expect from that channel. So I dropped that link in the live chat for you all to enjoy.
Quality.
You're
or not.
so kind.
But before we get going, speaking of being banned, Chili's Labia for $1.99 with an interesting PFP says Octu.
Oh.
It's the friendship windmill.
Yes, I hope you have one play.
Means
good
peace,
sir.
right?
But Andrew Vachon has had a Lenten holiday, one could say, because of course last week was Holy Week, so we just had Easter on Sunday. I hope you guys had a wonderful Easter Sunday and a great Holy Week. But Andrew is now back and making up for lost time with 100
Whoa!
Are you trying to have sex with me?
He says,
Yes.
"Party people, I'm back. Christ is Lord. He has triumphed over death and sits at the right hand of the God, the Father Almighty. He shall come again in glory to judge the living and the dead. I paid for 270 characters, and I am going to use them. Goodness gay, stench gay. Well, you managed to proselytize and call people gay in the same 270 characters. So that was a great job, and thank you very much for the insane $100, good sir. Thank you very much for that, Andrew. And I hope you had a great Lent. Misfot TV for $4.99 says, "Oh my god, you shaved. WTF? I did shave. Yes. Mustache John. This is a new era of Mustache John. What sort of antics will Mustache John get up into?" Andrew Vachon for $1.99 says, "Holy mustache, Batman." SIG is and their new SRA sponsor for their inexpensive operations. SRA, gay flag, 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 gay flag. Sorry, leave it up. I'm making myself banned by saying that too much. Thank you for the $1.99, Sig.
We reached that tip.
And
Reminds me of that Biden vote.
Oh, I drew my bigger.
Chili's Labia is back and says Richard and Spaz are dating now.
This is not true.
Lingerie wet, lingerie wet, lingerie wet. Well, thank you very much.
Why did he take
True
his
and
cam?
real.
Why did he take his face cam down? Hmm?
Sorry, I had to go talk to someone. He's gone.
Yeah, it was Richard. His boyfriend came in.
Sure. Now, I don't remember why I put this in the list of things.
Oh,
It is very funny.
that's from Hops or not Hops. That's TFB TV's new video where they review the retro M16A2 that a Colt is remaking, and yeah, that's one of the screenshots from it.
Wait a second. Do you mean a cult or Colt?
It was Bushmaster. Excuse me, Bushmaster
Okay.
was coming out again with one of their retro M16A2 style rifles, and he was talking about how he was doing a review on it and comparing it to back in the olden days what it was like, and yeah, compared fucking Hop and Brass Facts to Beavis and Butthead.
That's cool.
John Bread says his mic is working again.
Okay, I can put him up here. Bread how's your day going?
After 10,000 years, I am free.
This stream was promised to him 10,000 years ago.
So true.
Yes.
I was there. No shit.
Jeez
Johanna,
Louise. Okay, so we
you
have now
wasn't
8
even
on the
there.
panel, and now Andrew is asking for a link. So let me send it.
Fill this up with
Andrew,
autists.
Fine,
really
we can
using
get
the
10 people
N-word.
in here.
On
What?
live TV.
With me in here, I don't know if you can get 10, but maybe like 8.
I can't wait for everybody talking over each other. This is going to be so fun, guys.
It's gonna be
Do we
very
need to
nice.
pass around the talking stick?
Right. I'll just
Well,
mute everyone
unfortunately,
else
YouTube
for
doesn't
the
allow you
entire
to show
time.
the talking stick.
This is my talking stick. When it's empty, I can say whatever I want.
Okay, I can.
I
Nope,
unfortunately
that's
do
the
not have a
wrong one.
webcam with no more
lol.
alcohol.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
I'm
Now
sorry,
he's
I mean
got that.
water. I mean water. Absolutely water.
Yeah, this is water. It's just like weedized.
Focus. You now look like you're auditioning for Dirty Kid. You take that back. Grom Loopies, you take that back.
Doing a pawn shop challenge for the 5,000th time. Let's fucking go.
All right. Now, on to the main topic of today. If you guys don't remember, what was it, like a week ago? We talked to a couple gentlemen from the SRA. One was a full member who had been in there for about a year. The other guy only about 6 months. And they tried to have a conversation with us, and it didn't go very well for them. I think we just let them ramble for a really long time, and it didn't go great. Right. So they got a lot of flack from their side, and obviously our side didn't like them very much. So it was a you could say painful experience having a conversation with them for an hour. But that did happen. So now, some other people happened to respond to it and watch that and say some things about us, which I thought was quite funny. So I'll read this off. This is again from the Socialist SRA over there on Reddit. A great place to hang out, some might say. So 2 SRA members chat with right-wing slop tubers.
Yo, let's go! We made it, boys.
I've never been so proud in my life.
Yeah,
Even though I wasn't even
Right-wing
here
slop
for it.
tubers.
Right.
that's
because
gonna be
there's
my
no
new
left or
Discord
right.
status. Right-wing slop
Asian
tuber.
hack.
Slop tuber.
Grifters,
That's good.
slop
I'm going to put that in my Instagram bio, right-wing slop tuber.
Well,
was-
like,
So he says, was wondering if anyone saw this and what their thoughts are. I feel like it's a good example of what not to do. Very much so. Very much so. Going to a space that is completely unwilling to take you in good faith and are basically crypto Nazis is not a good look. Listen, I think we were very nice. I thought we were probably way too nice. And we let them talk and ramble. And that's what made them look bad, is because like they couldn't like form like a sentence, without
Yeah,
like
they
throwing
couldn't,
in like
think
different words.
straight, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
what are
heterosexually.
crypto
It was like
Nazis?
really, really rough to like listen to him, and it was very awkward. Like a lot. Like, come on.
Yeah.
There
Yeah,
was a
like,
lot to
crypto
like
Nazis.
make fun of. Like there was a lot of material like there, man.
Hmm.
Do
In all
crypto Nazis,
seriousness, I
like,
thought it was
mind
very
control?
tame.
A crypto Nazi is anyone who's not a Nazi, but not left wing enough for them. Because like if I have like traditional family values, right? That's crypto fascism because I'm for the nuclear family or something like that, right? So crypto Nazi, crypto fascist is anyone that's not openly a Nazi but is a Nazi because you're like slightly to the right of them. Because remember, even these guys in that conversation said like, see, now I got the like virus.
Well, like,
If you're generically conservative, you're not going to fit in. So not even right wing, like some would say.
You're to
Yeah,
the right of
I just
you're
wanna
to the
point
right
out-
of Stalin himself. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You
Well,
are
I mean-
officially the reincarnation
I
of
mean-
Funny Mustache Man.
Listen, guys, Stalin might have some takes about these people that they might not like.
Yeah.
You know
I was
what I'm
about to
saying?
say,
We're
I
just
think
gonna ignore that part,
I think
though,
right
like, skip
now
over
that.
We have more racial diversity in this like stream right now than that Reddit page. We've got, I believe, like, Dank, what are
We're
you,
white.
like Hispanic, Native?
I don't know,
Oh,
man.
You're
I'm
right.
He's
nondescript,
racially ambiguous.
almost
If we-
brown,
if
but
we-
mostly
wiki
white.
Here, we'd have token Asian man. Yeah.
You mean
and a bunch of
Brucky?
white guys.
I'm
Yeah.
actually
Well,
black.
yeah, Rocky
Rocky
side.
representative from the Great China. That
Mhm,
like German
yes.
for some reason. I don't know.
All right, so moving on, he says apparently at least one of them was not sober and admitted it during the interview. Yes, he admitted to being high, which is
Trench?
not a wise thing to do. Well, no.
Smart
We're
thing
talking
to
about
do
one
in
of
the
the-
interview.
I know.
Well, especially when we're talking about firearms, not a great idea. Be like,
Oh,
yeah, I
Yeah, be
consume
sober when you talk
drugs
about
that might be
firearms.
considered illegal, and I may or may not have lied on a 4473. You
I
know,
was gonna
people might
say,
be that sort of thing.
isn't a 487 it says specifically marijuana is listed as one of the illicit drugs you're not supposed to do to own a firearm?
Yes, sir.
So don't admit to doing that on a public platform. Also, in that interview that Stu had done with him, don't talk about wanting to like revolt and kill people in the streets as well. Bad idea.
Not a good look.
Bad idea. Not a good look.
Put
Yeah,
you on
not a
a
good
list.
look, as some might say.
You have a different opinion than me? Oh, time to go to the gulag.
Out of here.
Time to go to the
so-
forever box.
Yeah, one of them was not sober, one of them was high, and they didn't push back against creepy anti-trans weirdo and his statistics. Now, creepy anti-trans weirdo,
Huh.
that is Richard.
Our
Because
boy
you guys
Richard.
remember when
Richard. Oh man.
Richard brought
Oh.
up
He needs to
what
get
was
that
it?
made into a medal and wear it on his chest.
We were so
everywhere.
disgusted
Yeah.
by his behavior. That's why he's gone now.
That's why he's gone to yes, because
Very
I can't be
bigoted.
associated with a creepy anti-trans weirdo with I love how they put the statistics in quotation marks as if it's not just like objective. like
quote unquote
saying?
facts.
Yeah, it's funny how he said
I'm a
that they are
woman.
supposedly 40% more times likely to be assaulted. Meanwhile, it's more like the inverse. They're 40% more likely to assault someone.
I mean, listen, okay, we could pull out some statistics if you'd like, but I don't think you're gonna enjoy where this goes pretty
Exactly.
quick.
13,
If you want to
50,
play this,
ugh.
yeah, if you want to play the statistics game, like we can do that.
You're
But
100% not hot.
Bones, that's a really nice
Thanks,
turn
Spaz.
signal.
yeah, is that Bones
Bones
driving right now?
turn.
Yes,
know he's
guys,
turning.
I'm
Hey,
sorry. I'm
live
not
on
playing
stream.
the rules of the road right now. Okay.
Hey,
Unlike a
Bones,
BMW.
if the
Yes.
stream gets boring, can you like commit a road rage and get into a chase live on stream? That would
That
be
would be
Yeah.
very
fun.
fun.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'll
run
start
into,
firing
okay.
pot shots out of my
15
window. Don't worry.
Run into like 15 squad cars.
Like $100 dono right now. We get a live police chase, guys. Hit that fucking sub button
Live
right now.
police chase. Oh,
Cars and
gosh.
everything.
There was a Ford
$100
Explorer
for
really
no
close behind me, and I was like, "Oh man, have me get pulled over for like a light out or something. It'd be
Pulled over
hilarious."
on
We just see his whole
stream. That would
cap
be
light up in
nuts.
blue and red.
Like, what's going on your
Well-
phone? I'm like, "Oh no, I'm just a YouTube video. It's all good."
Look at the
Yeah, don't
opposite
worry
of
about it,
that.
homie.
Slur.
Yeah,
You
just
You don't
Okay,
realize I'm
anyway,
on a
back
live
to the
stream right
subject
now.
matter at hand.
Don't be a hero, okay?
You're pulled over. You're one of those. One of the
sovereign citizens.
one of those sovereign
Hey, okay.
citizens. According
I'm
to
like
the
getting
Confederated
going.
codes.
I'm
not-
traveling, sir.
I'm traveling.
traveling.
I'm traveling. I don't need an ID. I don't need a driver's license. I'm traveling right now. I know
I'm
my
in a
rights.
vessel. I'm in a vessel. I'm going from point A to point B. I'm not driving.
Sir, would you
I
like to
come
see
from
my
the land.
RXM?
What is this stream about? I'm sorry.
It's right
I
here.
forgot.
Oh, it's fine. Don't worry about it, guys. Anyways, moving on. The Chuds complained about being called Nazis. Again, we're the Chuds in this scenario. After
Yo.
that, they then
Complaining.
repeat a bunch of Nazi stuff. Now, I, at no point in that stream, remember citing any Nazi literature or ideology other than like generic, like, again, that damn like virus. Gosh, I'm gonna shoot myself.
Well, like you
If
gotta
anything,
like
they
really
they
get
did.
like your point across to like the audience. No.
For sure. But
We'll
yeah, I
get
don't
there. We'll get
remember-
there.
I don't remember espousing any Nazi ideology during that stream. It was just mostly asking them questions and not getting an answer. You know,
It's like
'Cause
like
again,
somebody
lots of
wrote a,
non-answers.
like signed copy of Mein Kampf and started
Yeah.
reading from it and saying this is where you're wrong. It's like no, they just failed to answer the fucking questions.
They're like, yeah, we're high. We shouldn't be here, and then kept being on here for like 30 minutes. I forget.
They should have just crashed the stream and just rambled about nonsense. Oh wait, they
I thought
kind
that
of
was
did.
oh wait. Well, one of them
Like-
should definitely leave halfway through, having a panic attack, and go to eat some food because he's high out of his mind, and then come back. I feel like that's
He
a good
wasn't
way
just
to do it.
smoking weed.
a
He
very
was
good way
doing
to do it.
dabs. I'm like,
Oh,
people don't
potent.
function after hitting a dab, so I just don't really know why.
What is a
Yeah,
dab?
it was
I
not
thought
a-
that
it was not
just like
smart.
another
Yeah.
term for like taking.
As
it
somebody who
or,
lives
like-
in Colorado, a dab is like highly concentrated weed juice stuff in like a syrupy form. Yep,
I
yep,
thought it
yep,
was when
I
you
know.
do the
Yeah. Okay.
do the thing like that.
Oh, where you go?
Yeah, be careful what angle you put that arm at.
Oh yeah.
God.
Yeah, be sober while you're on stream, guys. Anyways,
It's
Hop here.
yeah.
Yeah, it's
Finishing
like,
it off
like
this little
Logan's camera
sentence.
pans over to an SS uniform.
That would be very funny to have in the background just randomly. Overall, very poor performance in my opinion.
German, so
If you aren't ready to be combative, don't step into the quote unquote lion's den.
the
Well, again,
line
we were
that-
definitely not a lion's den. We were very nice. Very, very nice the entire time.
I
Like
wasn't
a
even there,
chat
I was
room
nice.
of like autistic gun nerds. Like that's not a lion's den at all.
No, it's no
Very
lion's den, bro.
tame.
We're ferocious.
We're so evil.
We're rabid.
The only ferocious thing about us is our autism levels.
I think if they looked in the memes channel in the Discord, they might actually have a cardiac event and die.
Incinerate. Spontaneous human combustion.
These are some great Reddit comments. Great.
Yeah, I was trying
I
to see if
love
there's
Reddit.
anything worth responding to on here.
don't debate people
Ooh,
that John Brown.
John Brown would have shot. Ouch.
Who's John Brown? John Mouse.
John Brown
Brown?
Gun Club is a communist gun
He was a
club.
moron who raided a federal armory in like the 1840s and then got his shit slapped by the Marine Corps.
I thought you were talking about
It's
John
like,
Moses
yes,
Browning.
they
I'm
had
like, what the fuck?
They had like breech loading flintlock rifles, but the Marines brought artillery. They lost.
Happens. Many such cases.
Rock, paper, scissors.
Canon.
Rock, paper,
Oh my God.
howitzer.
Debating with fascists is Lubscher. It's performative at best and provides a platform for the enemy at worst. It was my platform, though. What are you talking about? Did the Soviets?
If anything,
wow,
you
that was
platformed them.
Yeah, specifically
Yes,
the
exactly.
Soviets, they say.
Did the Soviets debate with the Nazis? I mean, this is who they identify with. No, but libs tried to reason with them.
Let's not forget, before Operation Barbarossa, they signed a non-aggression pact with the Nazis. They did not just debate them; they agreed not to shoot them.
They also lost
Don't
pretty
bring-
badly if you look at numbers.
Don't bring statistics into this argument, good sir. None of those around here. If you're trying to debate these kinds of people,
fabricated.
it's because you still believe in this entire. See, this is weird. They're like, if you are trying to debate these kinds of people, it's because you still believe in this entire imperialist system that's been built by them to destroy us, yet you flourish under it. And if you
I don't
can't
remember building
talk-
a system.
Well, no, listen. If they're saying you literally cannot talk to these people, the only other option is violence. So they're saying that you cannot talk to them. It is a waste of, like, what's the other option, right? If I cannot reason with you,
We could
I
kiss
have to use
Kill.
force. I have to use force to make you do what I want you to do, right?
Well,
if you
even
can't
it's
reason with
tiny,
somebody.
You see.
Yeah.
Welcome to the New World Order. We're going to forcibly trans you. Ah.
Chop off your balls.
Freshwater Sailor says statistics are white supremacy.
Many such cases.
Indeed.
The numbers are racist.
Yeah, right. Math is racist. I remember that. That was a good argument for like 4 minutes.
Yeah, the human evolution of a pattern-seeking brain is racist.
Where's my calculator at?
Stop it. Tuss the Third for 199 says, "Who wants a mustache ride?" Listen, buddy.
I don't much like the tone of your voice.
I love that fucking
I got a
clip.
C
I don't know
for
what
one.
it's from, but it's glorious.
6 Hour for 499 says, "Richard took a sales job at Taurus. Nothing more unforgivable than that." Yeah, that is a straight ban material there.
Kill
Well, thank you for the 499. Kill him with a hammer. Andrew Vachon for 199 says, "Nimda, send me that link." Andrew, no nimming in the chat, please. Thank you very much. Greatly appreciated. That's our one rule in the chat. You can say anything else, but not that. Tuss the Third for 499 says, "Pubic hair serves several purposes, including protection, moisture regulation, and potentially influencing pheromone signaling." Hashtag Bush math.
Gay.
Thank you very
I
much
get it.
for the 499. 6 Hour for 499 says, "If you look up the word cringe in the dictionary, you see Kaya's pick right next to trenches." Sig. But thank you for the 499. Fresh Peanut Shake, great helicopter ride, says, "Like friendly reminder."
Yeah.
Like friendly reminder. That sounds like a Batman villain. Reminder, did you remember your groceries today?
Yeah, you see?
Makes you forget where you placed your keys.
How would you feel
Really
if you didn't have breakfast this morning?
I
Andrew,
didn't
I
have
sent you the
breakfast
link.
this morning.
Oh my gosh.
He's angry.
Andrew, I see Andrew still in the chat, not being able to get it. I'll send it to him on Instagram. All right. Yeah, so Fresh Finish It for $5 says, "Like friendly reminder, like no felonies on stream. My like comrades." Yes.
Ooh.
Yeah, try not to do that. No one you know of is a member for 4 months, and it says, "Good evening, chat," and Richard. Well, Richard is somewhere out there. Maybe he's even listening right now.
I think he went to go get milk.
He's in your walls.
He's just never coming back.
Went to grab
There he is. Okay.
I'm honestly so glad Richard's gone.
Ooh.
Yeah, fuck that.
All right. 6 Hour for 499 says, "Richard couldn't get fired for word on Discord. He can't spell those words correctly." Oh, yeah. If they're longer than 3 letters, he might have had a hard time with that. Thank you for the 499.
Let's sound him out.
No one you know for $2 says, "Damn, he's not even here." Yes, but he will still get roasted, just like Trench Grenade. It doesn't matter whether they're here or not. Mitchell Black for 199 says, a lot of yapping going on in here. Very true. Chili's Labia for 499 is back. He says, Kyle, mine John, you summoned us here last week, and we stand ready. A heart emoji thing, like giving the heart emoji.
Watch how much you raise your hand.
I need to have a clip for that. But thank you for the 499, Chili's Labia. Andrew Vachon for another 199 says, Link, I'm just milking him for $2 at this point.
Edge him.
Who's this guy again?
Already giving you $100, man.
Andrew Vachon.
Oh my goodness.
I have found the link.
Oh my god! It's fucking Mecca Hitler!
Oh my god!
He's back!
Andrew.
No.
Your mic is so bad. Andrew, your mic is so bad. It's everywhere.
$100 to fucking bought himself a new phone. Jesus Christ.
It's really cute.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
I had to sell my old headset to send you the money.
Oh my
Hello.
gosh.
He's using his dealer
Christ,
phone.
was that like straight out of 1995?
Yeah,
I am joining stream from Nokia 500.
Down in Argentina or something like that. Andrew,
from the front.
Oh.
Andrew, can you leave and then join again to try and fix the audio? Because that was bad. That was bad.
Please do not redeem streams, sir.
Do not redeem audio.
Horrendous.
That was one of the
That
things.
sounded like an SCP Cognito hazard.
Mitzvot TV from 499 says stats are only racist if you have less than 2 IQ points to rub together. You said it, not me, sir. An axe to grind for $2 says you don't hate these people enough. Thank you for the $2. Sir.
Yeah, don't forget, these are the same kind of retards that gave up the StarCraft source code for a bunch of Overwatch merch.
John Shepard for $2 says the funniest thing is I criticize Mustache Man. Me or the other one, the imposter?
Lots of
mustaches.
I'm sorry.
John is very reserved, and he was very nice in that conversation. So they were.
John's a good man.
They were not happy with him.
Is Andrew
100%.
gonna make our fucking brains explode now?
Let's try it. Andrew, how's it going?
Not that bad. Not that bad.
Hey,
there we go.
Dude, yeah, I don't know.
Still bad. Get him out of here.
It was so bad. Yeah, but it
Kill
was
this man
funny.
with hammers.
It was funny.
The amount of money you spent to get in here.
At him.
Hey, don't throw an NBT at me. At least throw an SSA at me. Come on, guys. Be nice.
Yeah, something nice. All right.
Best we can do is Schmid.
This is the type of people that we're
really
dealing
doing
with
me
here. So
dirty.
I'll go ahead and read this off. So, how bad is it going to get before we stop gatekeeping leftism? So, was going to post this on my alt, but I'm deleting my Reddit account soon. That's very funny, Mr. Pirate. I've been in a left-ish lurker on here since COVID and have noticed the tendency to reject all other left-leaning opinions if they aren't exactly in line. My question is, how bad are things going to get in the States until the community decides, F it, we all need the help. We need all the help we can get in fighting this fascist administration. Interesting. For instance, I have family in Israel. One of whom fought in the 73 Yom Kippur War at 18. All of my family, including the IDF vet and Israelis, hates Trump, the right, and Netanyahu's genocide, yet still believe that Israel and Palestine both have a right to exist, and a peaceful two-state solution should be reached without Netanyahu or Hamas. I believe that opinions like these and others from fellow left-leaning individuals are keeping them out of the community defense orgs, even though they want
how are you
to
gonna have a
train and
two-state
fight back in.
Each state wants to murder the other. That
They
doesn't
both
make
want
sense.
to
Well, they
glass
both
each
didn't
other.
exist. There wouldn't be
Man, who
violence,
cares?
right? That's what he said. If they both didn't exist, there wouldn't be violence. Facts.
There is
I
a
guess.
solution, and it's
Nuke 'em
well.
all.
So we
the
did just
final
have
one, perhaps.
we did just have a pope pass away. Rest in peace. But a new pope could perhaps authorize another crusade, and that could be a different solution. You know, maybe that's what we need.
Holy
you know,
moly.
It
think
did
I know who the
solve the
next pope
problem
is.
for
Pizza ball,
about
please.
400 years. So
The next pope is going to be Samuel Hyde.
Isn't there a prophecy that like the next pope is the final pope or something? Like he's like the 112th or some prophecy someone was talking about.
I'm not sure about
Yeah,
that.
he'll live
Yes.
forever.
I don't know.
Yes, the final solution The final solution for the final pope.
This is
I'm
slowly.
The solution
It
of
ends
now-
now. It ends now for the
It
Pope.
ends. It ends today.
This
No
is
more
starting to turn
popes.
into the
That'd be
Helsing of
funny if
Rage
Sig did
timeline.
that. That'd be really funny.
No more popes.
Oh, that's bad.
We're gonna have
Well,
Nazi
it's like that.
clansmen
It's
fighting
the
Pope.
JD Vance meme where he's like, listen, liberals, kills the Pope.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to kill you, Mr. Pope.
You
didn't
have to
even
say please and
thank
thank you, Mr. Zawinski.
Stream side.
You want me to send a link to John?
Which one?
Which
the John
John?
Shepherd?
Because I'm a John.
Yeah, he said
So there's
he's
like-
down to
there's-
join if there's room.
there's
There's
John.
way too many Johns in here.
And
Can
there's
I?
the other John.
Shepherd.
Oh, do I need to
Josh.
change my
John or
name?
T. John?
Your name's
I know.
Dink.
I mean,
Can we
you
all
could do
change
a
our name to John
Johnny,
when he
and Jack.
joins?
Everybody changes
could
their
do
name
that.
to John. That's actually a good
Hey
idea.
guys, I'm John. Hey, what's up, John?
Hey John.
John?
Hey John. I'm John.
I'm
So
John too.
now, in the previous post, we have a guy complaining about the left eats its own and they kick everybody out that doesn't align with them. And here's the LA Socialist Rifle Association saying LA SRA is not a space for Zionists, free Palestine. And then so you can see this copy of the post down below. And then they have a update to make their position very clear. So he says, to make our position clear, we do not accept Zionists into the LRSRA. And they're going to define Zionist in this. So the LASRA is a socialist organization, not political though. We believe that capitalism cannot be reformed, that power should be in the hands of the working class, and that imperialism is wrong. We believe in a completely free Palestine, with the land returned to the Palestinian people. Israel has always been a settler colonial project and thus should not exist. Proponents of a two-state solution are Zionists. Full stop. Believing in Israel's rights to existence directly contradicts the views we hold as an organization. Community defense includes keeping our community safe from harm, which would be undermined if we invited racists in. And again, who's racist? Everybody. Fascism is here, and it has been here since the founding of the KKK Project. Realizing this via a live-streamed genocide does not make you a leftist. Believing that settler colonies have a right to exist shows us a lack of interrogation of the systems that perpetrate oppression. F America, F Israel.
Who's Palestine?
Here's my
some dude
solution.
in the Middle East.
Oh,
I don't
who
know.
cares?
It
Holy
sounds
land
pretty
belongs to
anti-Semitic
Rome.
to me.
Right? the whole
No,
land
no, no,
belongs to
not
Rome.
Rome.
You know, if you don't like it, you can always get
Rome,
out.
Not Rome. The Kurds
You
get
can always
Palestine.
be banned from 109.
Here's-
Kurds.
I have a question about that. So that's like their creed then?
Yeah, so that's if they're saying if you believe in a two-state solution, which is like the normie leftist and center-right position, I would say is a normie two-state solution, you are not far enough left for the SRA. And I haven't even
You're
said
not
what
crazy enough.
what my
Not
position-
enough delusions.
Where's
What
King
about-
Baldwin when you need
You
him?
gotta like really get like not political because our organization is like not political. Like we don't.
But
like,
yeah, if you believe in a two-state solution in any form whatsoever, you're not allowed here, basically.
I mean, I believe in a one-state solution, but it usually, it kind of involves
Right, but
it involves
our
some other stuff
solution-
happening.
our
I get
solutions
it.
are a little different, though.
They are very different.
We did.
I got a final solution.
God
Hey.
damn it.
The final rule.
What's the final
Be careful with those jokes.
countdown?
They could get you in trouble.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No,
I don't want
mind,
to get
never
real
mind.
You're
into it, but-
fine. You're fine. Don't worry
Oh,
about it.
I was referring to the pistol brace.
I
The
love
ATF said it was the final ruling.
So, Dank, you just sent this to me, but this is you'll be held to a higher and higher standard. Oh, actually, pull it up on screen. You'll be held to a higher and higher and soon impossible to maintain ethical standards by the very mob you currently wish to please. Then you will make a mistake and they will devour you with glee. Please take this warning seriously, comma, I liked you. Now, Jordan Peterson is a bit of a madman. He's a strange man with a Jesus complex and a self-admitted pathological liar. Has some good takes every now and again, but he's a strange man. But yeah, the left will always eat their own, and it always turns into a purity spiral where it's a race to the bottom, essentially, or a race to the furthest left, which means that you have some pretty crazy positions like genociding different groups that don't align with you. That's the way it always ends up.
I have to look through the world with a oppressor-oppressed dichotomy all the time.
Yeah, everything in every
Peterson
scenario.
came up, so I have to mention it. I literally had steak and lobster for dinner tonight, and it just makes me chuckle now.
Make you think about it.
What?
Are you the little lobster? He's talking about having lobster for
Peterson
dinner.
obsessed with lobsters, and I ate one tonight.
Okay.
I guess I'm not as Peterson pilled.
Yeah, I'm like.
You don't need to.
I don't get the reference.
Now, this is just funny. So this is also from the Socialist RA. Says, my SRA essentially took my money and hasn't been in contact with me. How do I fix this? Because of course you have to pay for a membership or whatnot to these organizations. Says, I see all these local chapters meeting up and kind of feel like I just gave money to no one. Somebody took that money.
That's a feature. What are you talking about?
And then
Stop complaining, you filthy kulak.
Yeah, money should be worthless to you.
Exactly. Why does the money matter? You know,
just let us take it. Oh, because
the response is, this is quite common. I'm going on about 3 years now. My SRA doesn't actually exist. Website says it does, and the closest one to me hasn't said a peep. So, you know, it's just funny that the socialist organization built on like the rights of the workers or whatnot just takes people's money and doesn't do anything with it.
What? It's not well ran. That would never happen.
Yeah. You know what? Honestly, somebody just posted that in the chat. I should start a SRA chapter of South Dakota. It would be the only one. And I would just take people's money. And I could even set up events for them, but make it in like the worst places possible and never actually show up myself. So just get a bunch of randos to meet at some location.
Where is he at?
Where's the main guy at? Be like, oh yeah, sorry I couldn't make it today. I was sick or something. And I just take all the dues.
He's on
the
business.
most remote place you can think
idea.
of.
The best excuse is I'm in for bottom surgery right now. I can't go there for a while.
Yes. I can't walk.
Do that. Bottom surgery every month.
Well,
I keep on changing back and forth.
Yeah, you make up my
Gender fluid's one hell of a thing.
Even my final form.
Yeah. SRA trip.
Snap.
Start a second channel where it's just a complete spoof, and that's all it is. All right. Well, before we move on to Mr. Carl Casarda, which I find very entertaining, Chili's Labia $4.99 says, "Hello, what? Never happened. Just a convention of bakers." Oh, thank you for the $4.99. Mitspot for $1.99 says, "Don't tempt me. My band is about the Crusades." Oh, very cool. Yeah.
Do you have a drummer?
Great time. Can recommend. We have Mr. Amar for $9.99 says, "You can't reason with brainwashing. These dudes are beyond saving. Ask me, I'm from Iraq. 99% of the population is brainwashed, where folks preferred dictatorship to democracy. Unchecked, their cancer spreads." Well, and that's totally another discussion, is that, surprise, surprise, people who are not Westerners do not behave like Westerners, do not want to live like Westerners, and they do not view you as equals to them, right? They view your society as decadent and evil, and so of course they don't want to assimilate to it, right? Whereas we look at them and they say, okay, they're backwards and this and that, but then they look at your society and they're like, okay, well, you like cut off kids' dicks and murder children via abortions and whatnot. Like, why would we ever want to be like you? Right. So, I mean, you can look down on them if you want, but the truth is that different groups around the world, different races, different ethnicities, they have different wants, cultures, desires, needs, genetics, and they aren't all interchangeable. Right. That would be the socialist dream or the communist dream, where everybody is just a interchangeable cog in the machine, and there's no individuality, there's no nationality, there's no, nothing greater than self, basically, right?
You will become an economic unit and you will like it.
Yeah, interchangeable economic units, nothing more.
Well, that's a downside of like I don't know what you would call it, like the banking class capitalist, right? Too is like, I just need cheap labor, so I'm going to import X amount of cheap labor into the country, and that will make, you know, my business do XYZ better. And then you're like, wow, why has our culture shifted over the last 15, 20 years? Why is it no longer safe to walk down the street at night? Why are there no-go zones set up in certain cities, right? It's like, yeah, people are not interchangeable.
Yeah.
Okay, Vivek.
On an important note, how does Amar get his hair to stay up like that?
Magic.
I'm honestly curious. It's very, very tall. I like it.
It's a space magic. You wouldn't get it.
I love the mustache.
He's got that Dubai gold. That's what he uses.
Right.
I feel like he'd be a
I need to
firefighter
know.
that would like end up on a memorial.
The interesting thing about the communists and their push for like simultaneous perfect equality and also like everybody gets to express themselves and be super individualistic. It's like you can't. No, that will always end up with different outcomes that will make you mad.
Yeah, usually genocide of some form of it or another.
I like during the SRA stream, I put my little white thing as the Holodomor acknowledger.
Right.
Yeah,
That was
like we saw exactly how that turns out.
Like
with the downfall of Yugoslavia.
Like Yugoslavia, like Louis. I don't know.
Well, see, that's the thing. They're only interested in talking about certain genocides and certain events that support their worldview, right?
I need my
Disregard everything else. It's like statistics. It's problematic, so we ignore everything that doesn't align with our beliefs.
Yeah, they don't like it when you start talking about what the socialists were doing in Spain.
That wasn't real socialism. What are you talking about?
Well, that was the claim 8 minutes into the video, right? Was like, hey guys, I don't want to talk about like communist dictatorships because that's like not real communists. I mean, we can all agree that those were like dictatorships and like not like real communism. Like, hey guys.
I don't know. I only got 7 minutes in before I had to turn it off. That like stuff
You
just
missed
made
it.
me.
You missed
So
it.
my favorite
I
study of
couldn't.
the 20th century is after the Spanish Civil War. Franco had a bunch of these surviving Marxists studied by psychologists, and the finding was that in order to be a Marxist, you had to be genetically predisposed to be a degenerate and mentally ill.
Well, it's kind of the same thing that they had with Redditors. Do you guys remember when they did that brain scan study of like some random Redditors and they found like chunks of their brain missing and stuff like that? It's like, sometimes things just check out.
I just don't get how that goes unnoticed for like an adult lifetime.
Who's driving right now? Somebody's super loud.
Correct?
Oh, it's Andrew. Okay. There we go.
Cool.
That's
Turn
better.
It goes
Andrew.
noticed. Everybody notices it. It's just they themselves don't notice it because they have a chunk of their brain missing.
Yeah, well, I'm talking like medically. Like,
Well,
how
it's
does
also-
like I don't know.
No, go ahead. It's like that study that came out where it's like 30 to 50% of people don't have an inner monologue. And I'm like, that can't be real, surely. Like, people don't like have nothing inside of their head. Or it's like another test. Like, can you create a 3D object in your mind and then spin
This
it?
motherfucker
Right?
can't even conjure an apple.
I
in
can't
his
do
head.
that.
You
Logan
can't do
can't-
that.
Logan had a brain.
I cannot picture something in my head.
You cannot
took
rotate
that
It
in
is
the
a-
head,
it is
though.
it
you
is
cannot
black
rotate
emptiness.
a cow in your mind.
It's like I
Wait,
intellectually
actually, now I'm going to interview Logan here. Okay, so Logan, close your
Poor
eyes and
Logan.
think about your staccato. Can you picture exactly what it looks like?
I intellectually know what it would look like, but I don't see anything. It's black emptiness.
Really?
But I know what it would look like, but I don't see anything.
Interesting. So you don't like
So-
create pictures in your mind?
I have a brain tumor like behind my eye, and I'm able to see it perfectly. Okay.
I think
That's
I can
interesting.
see Logan's staccato in my mind better
So
than you.
wait.
That's
So
alarming.
Logan, do you dream?
I believe so. I don't remember anything
Wow.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
really. I think I have, but I don't usually remember them very much.
I have a
Okay,
dream.
so you never had like vivid dreams or nightmares or anything like that?
Not for a long time, no. But
Okay, but you
I've
have
never
had
been able to actually picture anything in my head.
Interesting.
I feel like I'm the opposite of that. Like I can over imagine everything. Like I sit here and I think about cheeseburger.
It's like like a failure to extract. It's like I intellectually know what it would look like
Interesting.
to have to do a tap
But you
rack
don't-
on an AR.
I say,
or
Logan, you
clear
might be
my
the only
handgun.
person that I've met that knowingly,
So
or
when you read a book,
that I
like,
know that doesn't.
do
Yeah.
you just not picture anything?
I don't.
Oh, that sucks.
Really?
This book is a
That's
thing.
That seems wild to me because I like when I read a book, I create like the world, the characters, like everything. Right?
We're gonna have to get him the manga Bible.
We're gonna have to do another brain scan of Logan. We're gonna
Yeah,
have to do that.
okay.
Yeah, something. Your shit's
Thank
fucking
you.
retarded.
Joke
You're gonna have
about
to
that,
send
but
it
there
back.
was an actual comic book Bible.
No, I
of
know.
the art done,
Uh,
done by like a
one of my
former DC
coworkers
artist.
just got it for another one of my coworkers. They got a "I'm fueled by Jesus and coffee" and a manga Bible and set it on his desk for Easter.
Oh,
No,
Logan,
the one
I
I'm
have a
looking at
question
wasn't
for
like
you,
Japanese or anything. It's like an American style comic, but the Bible.
Logan,
actually
what
cut
if you
the wrong
didn't
I
Yeah.
might
Yeah,
have
you
one.
need to put it back.
Revelation.
I was gonna say, yeah, people are saying Logan a synth confirmed in chat. Send in a Blade Runner. Somebody's
Logan,
got their synth running around.
what if you didn't eat breakfast yesterday?
Mm.
Yeah, how
I
would you
would
feel?
hungry?
Oh,
I
here's
don't.
the
I
thing.
normally don't eat breakfast anyways, but it's like, and if I would normally eat breakfast, I would feel hungry.
Sorry, I got to write this down.
I do listen to
What
music
about-
occasionally.
What about music? What about music?
We-
Do
we-
you-
we
I
must
listen
study
to music
this
occasionally,
Yakubian
but not
age.
very
Well, no,
often.
but
If
do
anything,
you-
I listen to podcasts.
like, can you picture a tune in your mind and like hear it?
Like I'll often like hear. I can. Not really.
What do you think of
listen
the
to music,
song
But
Buddy
I can
Holly?
remember what it sounded like.
What do you think about the song Buddy Holly? Funny.
It's like when you're not on like Discord, what do? Do you just like sit there like
It turns off like
Well,
an
this-
android.
you just like
This
shut
is-
down?
This is now the Logan interrogation stream after we find out that he doesn't. Now, you do have an inner monologue, though, right? Where you talk to
Yes.
yourself? Okay, so
Yes.
it's just the pictures. That's interesting. I wonder what that's
Yeah.
from.
The voices.
He
What do
has
they?
audio, no video.
What do the voices say to you?
Say 'em out loud.
Gotta go faster, faster,
I need to
faster,
cross-reference to see if like
faster,
the
more
voices
accurate.
say the same thing to you that they say to me.
Barassi says Logan sucks at tape rotating. Yeah.
Every time I
Dude.
think of something in my head, I can like rotate it perfectly. Like if it's spinning, I can think of it. You know?
Yeah. So that's
Thinking.
I'm always confused with that because like I can zoom in, I can do detail shots, I can
Yeah.
spin it, I can stop it. You know, I can do whatever I want to the images in my mind. I have lucid dreams as well, where I'm like in control of my dreams when I'm sleeping. So it's always strange to me when I meet somebody who does it like that's just something they've never done. I'm like, what? Aren't we all the same? But yeah, no, some people are just built different, as they say.
Right now, I'm
In
thinking
some
of
cases,
Logan
built
sucking
against
at shooting.
manufacturer specifications.
That's right. 6 Hour has a
Night terrors
very
and,
Andrew, good.
I had night terrors and sleep paralysis until baptism. Curious how it all stopped after that.
Well, yeah, you were 5, so
That's wild.
I was actually baptized last
No,
year.
I've heard similar stories to that. Yeah. 6 Hour for $4.99 says Richard gone the same time as the Pope dies. Nobody sees what's happening here. That's true.
Is
That's
Richard
the biggest
actually
he's
conspiracy.
noticing
J.D.
phantoms.
Richard is actually JD Vance. Yes.
He showed up and shot.
starting
Logan
to
being
connect
like,
the dots.
Actually, really advanced.
Stealth for $5 says it's all built on subversion, which is why it seems hypocritical to so many people. It's not meant to be consistent, only to manipulate and control. And yeah, that's a problem I have with like your milquetoast voices out there when they're like, man, if we tried this, they would get so mad at us. It's like, yeah, that's the point. They don't actually have principles. They're just trying to win.
Can
It's
you
not
imagine?
about-
Sorry.
Go ahead, John. No, go ahead, John.
Can you imagine if the Democrats were doing the things that we want to do? Well, guess what, buddy? The Democrats are already doing that.
Yeah.
Could you imagine?
Logan
if
can't even
we-
imagine like an
we
apple.
arrested this one bad guy. What do you think? he's gonna do?
Logan couldn't imagine.
Logan's actually like, no, I can't. His least favorite song is Imagine by John Lennon.
He listened
Nope,
to John
I can't.
Lennon's like,
I
yeah,
can't
kiss
imagine
his ass.
this.
Never even
Logan
heard
mind
Imagine
can't
Dragons.
fathom.
Imagine Dragons. Imagine what?
He's like,
What is
I'm
it?
waiting.
What are
I
dragons?
can imagine
Yeah.
things like I can do that. I just
Can
don't
you?
see anything.
Hmm.
So when I tell you
So
to
that's
think of a
imagining.
dragon, it's there's nothing there, but you know
There's
what it
nothing
looks
there, but I know what it would look like.
How autistic are you?
It's like I know exactly. Like I can close
Oh,
my mind
actually-
and I know what an apple would look like, but I don't
So,
see
Logan,
anything.
What score did you get on the RADSAR test again? Was it like 170?
It was something like that. It was fairly high.
It was super high. Like 240 is the max. 240 is the
Yeah,
max. and
it-
Logan
it
got a
was-
170.
Yeah, I'd
Logan,
have to
what's your
look.
Logan's
favorite
a
comic you
Logan's a
think
GM autist.
I took that. I only got 95.
At 170, he's only A. Come on.
Yeah, well, I mean, like
I
I got
actually-
70. I got 70 on it. So
Yeah,
like,
actually, now that I actually try it, I don't think I can either.
We got two of
Everybody
us
share your
here.
RADSAR
Yes.
test results right now.
Doge
The
is
first
coming
time I
to
took
a
it was 80, the
realization that
second
he's
time
not a
was
real
120.
person.
Doge, you're an AI.
Fellow fake
Feel like
brothers.
watching The Matrix.
Yeah, not real. The synths are taking over. We're now
Logan's
20% synths on this panel. Josh
184.
for $5. Oof, that's high. 180. Or sorry, Josh for $5 says Dank and Jake are two beautiful BBWs.
Big,
I'm not.
Josh.
beautiful.
Oh, is that what it is?
Josh, we love you. You're the best.
I think it means big black women.
Big
No homo.
Is that what it is? I don't know.
I could be
But
wrong.
thank you, Josh,
It's
for the
usually
$5.
a porn term for fat bitches.
Good. Nice.
Oh, good to know.
What's porn?
Hey, Bones is back.
No.
He made it without crashing.
Whoa.
Well, immediately sent our heart,
My
sent his heart out to
yours.
us.
Yeah, send the heart out.
I love you,
Chili's
Chad.
Labia for $4.99 says you could have SRA events in Marion SD. I hear it's remote and super gay. There.
Oh.
Yeah, I'd rather not have the SRA meeting anywhere close to me. That sounds like a bad idea.
It sounds like
Also, I have little children, and I'm not sure if they're allowed in like 50 to 100 feet of children.
Ooh.
So
Ooh.
probably not going to work out. Mitchell Black for $1.99 says Logan sus AF, probably a synth. Thank you for the $1.99, Mitchell.
Yeah.
It's just going to be about Logan for the next 5 minutes, guys.
What I missed.
Logan's dreams. Bone, and then gay
What-
rollerblade.
Girl dancing.
What did I miss? Oh
Kitty
my
girl dancing, kitty girl
god.
dancing, kitty
Well,
girl
so
dancing.
okay, Bones. Wait a second. If I tell you to imagine an apple, what happens?
It automatically rotates in my mind.
Why
So
does
you
it
can
rotate?
picture an apple. Do you have color? Can I tell you to switch it to a green apple and it turns to a green apple?
Oh, you're asking a lot, but I mean, I can really try.
No, but you see pictures, right, in your mind?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, because Logan and Doge do not.
Oh,
They do not see pictures.
Yeah,
so
I
we were
just-
Yep,
Not-
it's blank blackness.
we were
they're
talking
working
about
on
this
Windows
for the last, like, 10
94, I
minutes.
guess.
2 federal
Right.
agents.
They didn't get the
In
update.
the chat.
I mean,
10
I
people
am
Kyle
the
Malone.
son of a Fed, so
Oh,
It's okay. So am
Get
I.
him out of here.
unbelievable.
Well, no.
Get him out of
no,
here.
that's left
I
federal
mean,
government.
speaking of
Get
feds,
out
I'm
of
pretty
here.
sure Kyle, that's fucking LARP Raider in the Discord.
That is. That's
It
right.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah. pretty sure
Kyle
he's a-
Milan for $5 says forever sleep in a hole, Spaz.
Really
He
hated your
loves
new
Spaz.
video.
See, you
That's
go
a good
there when you
video.
die, but your
Said, "I hate the
body and
M16.
soul goes to
I hate
heaven.
I liked your
Hey,
video, Spaz. You just
Spaz,
need to fix the audio.
do you have one dislike on that video? And is it LARPerator?
You're about to.
That'd be sick.
I'm about to. Let me check
Yeah,
the YouTube
everybody.
analytics.
Don't
Everybody
dislike
gets
his
your
videos.
bomb.
Channel
His
so.
fucking channel.
Guys, can we get as many dislikes as possible?
Or do that PewDiePie thing where you try and balance it out so he has like 1 million likes and 1 million dislikes.
I have
Perfectly
Did you
balanced,
just-
as all things should be.
Refresh
You
it. You
just
should have a
suggest-
dislike.
You
Okay.
suggested Spaz to do the PewDiePie thing. That's dangerous.
Nope.
Oh, a bridge. We get there.
Remember, guys, subscribe to PewDiePie. Anyways, Compulsive Gunbuyer for $5 says, Focus, I must ask you a question. Mhm. Good one.
Nice.
Going to the NRA annual meeting in Atlanta this week. No, I'm not. I am way behind on work and taking even more time off to go. It would have been fun, but I already took like a week off to go to a water park with my family, which sounds like a better time than going to the NRA show for like 3 days. So
Yeah, I was about to
I
say,
did that
isn't
instead.
Isn't the going theory that that new Glock patent that got leaked is probably going to be released then? Or something like that? The Gen 6?
I didn't hear anything about that, but maybe that could be cool. I'm sure
I'd have
we'll
to
cover
find
it
the
if it comes
patent
out.
drawings. I'd have to find the patent again, but it's like gotta have like a detached, like interchangeable grip. Not like a FCU like SIG type thing, but like interchangeable grips, like past the mag release or something.
Interesting.
can
Well,
just
yeah, just
swap
if
the
you
wins.
find it, just send it to me either a DM or a private chat. We'll look at it. Chili's Labia for $1.99 says Logan's Brain is the My Little Pony soundtrack. Oh, that's good.
Never heard a single thing from that.
Chili's Labia for $1.99 says Logan, what kind of furry are you?
Damn.
Not a single one. I hate them.
Ouch. Hate them. Slowly, the Logan
so
began
smelly.
to hate. New Bachelor for $4.99 says the only difference between socialism and communism is time. That's right. Chili's Labia for $1.99 says, what Motel 6 is Bones in? Wouldn't you like to know?
I know.
We got a visitor by
knows,
a
yeah.
very strange man.
I'll give the that's not real communism guys a break, because communism definitionally is a stateless, classless society, which has never been achieved because it's impossible. And every attempt to bring that about has ended in just colossal human
What
misery
is
and
the
suffering.
what is the
Very
average
true.
death count in the pursuit of a socialist or communist utopia?
53%.
A lot.
Is it?
Average,
Well, I
I
was
have
gonna
no
say, is
idea.
it
Like
is
raw
it a,
numbers,
is it?
I think it was
It's got to
100
be.
million.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. It's got to be per attempt. It's got to be like 1 to 5 million per attempt.
Yeah,
The bigger
Right?
attempts,
Like
it's
what?
pretty crazy.
because I think the avoidable death toll, and I'm going to add the word avoidable because they'll throw in like wacky definitions, like this guy he died of old age under capitalism. That's capitalism's fault. It's like, all right,
Right. Yeah. yeah.
okay, sure.
Well, it's like, yeah,
think
this guy
Mao
died
had
at 84 years
60
old of
over his
like
entire regime.
cancer. Therefore, it was capitalist, like
New
health.
capitalism.
It was health insurance fault. It's like, no, he was 84 and died of cancer. Like, that's a pretty good
Yeah.
year to
COVID.
die of
Yeah,
cancer.
that's kind of what people do generally. When they
Yeah,
get
it
for that
just
age.
happens, you know.
His head just did
It's
that,
one
by
of
the
those
way.
things.
Cancer is not capitalism related.
Great Leap Forward in China was 120 million.
Oh, good night.
I mean, with that, when you lose a lot of weight, you can leap further, right? So 120 million dead bodies to jump off of, like, that's not too bad.
Practical gotta learn
John,
about
is
this.
the PDF acceptable?
Yeah, as long as you DM it to me, I can show it.
Yeah.
Well,
88
741
years,
says,
interesting number choice.
was his surviving 88 years not thanks to capitalism? Well, right. One could say that the caloric excess and the quality of life provided by, you know, certain Western societies might have contributed to his long lifespan.
Weird.
Gromlin says, "Wes, don't eat me."
That's awesome.
Listen, dude, I
I'm
know a
bigger
shit
than
ton
you.
about eating. I know more about eating than any of you motherfuckers.
I believe
Don't
you.
I
need me,
believe you.
dude.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
I mean, I was gonna say, like, Logan can't fucking imagine anything. Like, I can go through like, what kind of burger are we talking about? A fucking double, a triple?
Okay.
We have bacon on that shit, lettuce, no lettuce. Like, I got you.
Now we
Definitely
gotta
no
bring up
lettuce
the
for you.
American burger test and see if Wes can
I saw a
pass.
comment a little bit ago saying like who invited queso onto here.
That's good.
I take that as a compliment.
Man, that guy
Hey,
immediately.
do you have one that's not in gobbledygook?
Oh,
Oh,
run it
I-
through Google Translate. Let's go.
Ugh.
It's in German.
S is in Deutsch.
Oh, it's weird.
we have
Where are the
pictures?
pictures? Where are the pictures?
It's always in German.
Show me
Logan,
the
do you know what a
pictures,
picture is?
darling. I
Oh,
really
there
want
we
to
go.
Yes,
see
That's
it.
picture.
yes, I'm aware of what a picture is.
All right, so here is
It looks like
what
a
looks
Glock.
to be a Gen 5 Glock. That looks it has a lanyard hole. That's new. Woohoo. We got that on there.
Whoa!
You can also
Let's
notice
go.
something
Stealing from the
funky on the grip.
19X.
You can see a seam.
I
in the
can't
grip,
wait to mill that off.
below the
I
mag
do
plate.
see the seam, but I mean, I don't know if that's just lines or whatnot, because I kind of have them all over.
Yeah, if you scroll down,
Logan,
you'll see what I'm talking
close
about.
Okay,
your eyes. Can you
so-
still see it?
It's
No,
gone.
I can't
Where'd it
see
go?
it,
It's got-
but I
Dude,
know
okay.
what it looked like.
That would be a really funny meme. And I think, you know what's funny is I think SpongeBob has done this, where somebody blinks and every time they blink, they get scared because they don't see anything at all, right? So they like forget where they are. They can't see their surroundings. So every time they blink, they scare. I'm pretty sure that's a SpongeBob.
You know that
It's
my
been
leg
done.
guy?
funny.
Do you think when he saw that he was like, my leg?
Jesus. We need that as a soundbite in the Discord
I can do
server.
it again. My drink? My diet Dr. Kelp? What did you do to my drink?
That's okay. I see.
Johnny,
So it
I
is
also-
like a
yeah,
clip
Johnny,
on.
I
So you
also
could
sent
go.
you something from it's like a European patent search website that I think
Okay.
has for few more pictures than the PDF. Jesus.
You'll get it out. Don't worry.
Yabbity yabbity yabbity.
Somebody said in the
English
chat.
is
Oh,
hard.
shoot. Gosh dang it.
I say.
If I put a ball in a cup and switch them around, Logan, will you know where the ball is?
The tumor
This
took
has
that
turned
photo.
into Bully
Yes.
Logan night.
Hey, Logan, Logan.
Bully
Now
Logan
you
is-
see
okay.
me.
Dream about.
Now you don't.
Where'd he go?
Logan doesn't understand object permanence.
But yeah, it seems to be an
Okay.
interchangeable.
Sorry,
grip.
Logan, for being mean.
Very
That's, like, the main
interesting.
thing.
It's fine.
So
It's funny.
okay, so theoretically we could
yeah,
go from a
but
Glock
still.
26 frame and slide to just shove on a Glock 17 extension on there.
Why don't you
So
just
now we
want
got
on
the
Glock?
Yeah.
the 26 double X or whatever they would call that. And then we can go
Yeah, and then you just make a grip that's a full 33 rounder length, like flush fit. That's
Well,
the Glock
It's
as
called the
soon as-
Glock
BBW.
26 triple
as
X.
soon as they do that, it is just going to be 3D printers making whatever extensions they want on there.
They have a
Yeah.
long ball.
And you know what would be interesting is if you could, because of the shape of the additional mag wells that you could put on there, you might be able to get it to take different magazines as well
Mayhaps.
if you can
I
switch
think-
out the module.
Gonna make it
I
take.
think
take
that would
user
have more to
29s.
do with the geometry past the grip separation. Like up
Right.
and-
Well, that's what I'm saying because it doesn't have much room. If it was closer to the magazine release itself, you might have enough room to do that. But I mean, that's
Yeah.
kind of interesting.
I'd just
Yeah.
be worried about stuff breaking when you have modularity like that. I feel like it
Mhm.
introduces a lot of failure points.
Yeah,
Perhaps.
to me, this seems kind of unnecessary, and I don't think anybody asked for this. And
Hopefully, it has
also,
the same mouthfeel.
it just kind of adds failure points. And even if it was so you could change out different styles of magazines, why would
Well, this is another thing that
because
I'm
Glock
interested in. So
magazines are literally
if
the
I
best.
own a 17 and a 19 or a 47, because you can just swap them out on the 47, like who cares at that point? Like you already have the size gun that you want.
Yeah, it seems like it seems very not Glock to do this. Like they're compromising how their gun is assembled.
Well, you've also got to forget that Gaston himself passed away recently.
Yeah,
This-
yeah.
Like I
No
would
more
not be
horse
surprised if we see Glock go in a very different direction than they've been going.
Part of me kind of hopes they don't, even though it's like really boring and not exciting. It's just like it's really nice to just be
anchors.
have that one gun company that's just like, oh yeah, go buy a Glock.
It
Well, I
works.
wonder if too Glock is doing this for like a specific contract, and then they're just offsetting development costs on the consumer by selling it to the public market, right?
I think
It's gonna be
good
the
because
Glock
like it was like what the
AR.
46 or was it the 48 that was like
46 is the weird one.
um,
That's for like a
yeah, the
Austrian-
rotating barrel that was for the Austrian police or something like that.
Yeah, it's
Yep.
either an Austrian or a German police department that one.
Right. So for them, they can probably recoup a lot of their development costs just by selling them to America by the boatload because people will
Yep.
buy them, right? Even if
Yeah.
it's a gimmick, they
And-
will buy them.
And another thing, I wonder if there'd be a sturdy enough connection there for like flux to make a chassis that would attach.
Oh, this is
via
old.
that.
Wow.
So
Been
this
around
has
a hot
been-
minute.
The earliest has been 2019. The publication was in 2021. So this has been in development for a long time. 'Cause that's the
Yeah,
modular handgun
I've
grip
only,
assembly.
Black Hawk.
saw mentioned saw a post about it like a couple weeks ago or something like that.
2020.
The only thing that would make sense to me is if they were doing it to appease the Glock grip angle sucks like that crowd, which
could
honestly
be
I don't,
interesting.
I
Make it
don't
more
think
like
you should
1911
appease
grip
Well,
them.
the
angle
thing is-
because
the
it's
thing is-
objectively better.
Yeah, the thing is where the separation is, you're not really. I mean, yeah, you could change the
Actually,
grip angle by a
if
good
it
bit,
is
yeah.
right there, if it is right there, that you could actually change the angle from there.
Yeah,
I don't
but
know.
it would be
I've
kind
not
of
personally
weird
had
because
any
you've got
issue one way or
the
the other.
stump coming at one angle, and then it transitioned to a different angle.
Well, but it's just the beaver tail area, which some people already like. Is it Chiral Defense? Those guys, they have a beaver tail adapter to the back that just changes the way your hand sits on the gun to make it more 1911. Or like Shadow Systems has a more 1911 grip angle. I'm sure there's a couple others out there that have a more neutral grip angle versus a Glock. I do notice now that I don't shoot a Glock very much anymore, is that every time that I go to present again, just to keep myself ready or whatnot, if I'm doing like concealed carry draws, I have to like intuitively or not intuitively, like intentionally put
to consciously force it forward.
Angle into my wrist to get the dot to present the same way. And it's just like it's a change. It's a simple change. It's like from that to that, but it's you have to do it, otherwise there's no dot.
Yep.
Somebody
I have seen
somebody in the stream set just mentioned, asked if that would change the mag capacity. I don't think it would because I believe Zev uses a different grip angle and still uses default Glock mags.
And I believe
so
the
it does.
Lone Wolf for a different grip angle as well.
Lone Wolf, Shadow Systems, Zev, they all have a slightly different grip angle, but all it does is it takes that round from being perfectly flat and just tilts it just a little bit. That's about it. Right.
Yeah, that
so as
or
long
they
as
just
you have
shift
enough
around the thickness of the material from like
Correct.
shifting it from the back to the front and straightens it out.
Thickness.
Yeah.
Whoa. Dank, what are you eating?
Down with the thickness.
You gotta know
What you got in your mouth? Come on. Articulate.
Get it out.
Subway sandwich.
Oh, nice.
Ooh.
Nothing wrong with that. And I have seen some people use the some of the back straps that come with the newer Glocks. Take those and we'll cut like the bottom half of those out to add a little bit of texture to decrease the angle.
Hey Logan,
What's
can
up?
you picture a Subway sandwich?
No, but I know what it would look like.
It looks like
You're never gonna live this down.
That's it's bad. Todd and Docs for $2 says Ism is bad until your Jew dollar collapses. HH. Thank you for the $2, Mr. Todd Docs. People are getting a little spicy in chat tonight. McLeod 2486 for $5 says in capitalist West, we don't get the socialist way of life, which includes digging up dead bodies to eat. Reference Mao's Great Famine.
No, not just
Frank
dead bodies,
Peter.
dead babies.
What if they didn't have
Just
dead
a
babies
snap.
for breakfast this morning?
Yeah, that's rough. That's rough. Mitzvot TV for $4.99 says at least West doesn't run his mouth like terribly tubtical. Lol. Also,
Nice.
Glock Gen 5 MOS supremacy. Gen 6 is gonna bomb or be great, but the Koa is stupid.
RXM better.
The
The
Koa
MOS
is a
kinda
good
sucks.
price. The
Koa.
Koa is a good price if you don't have a Glock already, and a Koa is like $800, and you want to try out a Glock plus red dot. It's a good price. It's a good price to get into, especially if you can find it on a deal or blue label. I need to get a new Gen 3 MOS slide for my 17 because Glock finally reintroduced those, so I can finally get a factory Glock 17 Gen 3 MOS slide versus the crappy, like I think I'm running an AIM surplus slide that sucks. So that's my next move.
5.
Well, because then I'd have to buy a whole nother gun, which I could, but I think the slide is 300. A new Glock is 600, so I just buy the slide.
Yeah,
the
I'm
Glock
still
Co is great.
debating-
Police department.
I'm still debating what to get because right now I've got my dad's Gen 3 frame with my Brownell slide optic and light on it. I was debating just getting a whole Gen 5 to replace it, but now that the RXM has had a bit more people go over it, I'm considering that. But
the RXM is very attractive in terms of its price. Like $300 flat, basically 300 to 350. Very attractive.
Trench Grenade said it's just as good as a Glock 2, so
You get it in blue.
You know it's good.
Blue's cool.
Ooh.
Blue for when you drop it in the ocean, it go nowhere.
Honestly, the most exciting
find
thing
it.
about the RXM is a new flex chassis down the road, which is inevitably coming.
Yeah,
Logan,
but
if you were to drop
I would
your
hope
A lot
so.
better
Has-
than
has-
320.
Actually, has Flux even like commented on that yet? Have they
Not
said
publicly.
anything?
Magpul will probably be the ones who make one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't know why
I would
we.
not put it past Magpul to make their own like Flux chassis just to
Yeah.
fuck with Flux.
See,
I don't know
cares?
why
Just get a
everyone
normal
is so.
dog.
I don't know why everyone's so bought into Flux. Like Flux is probably the worst people to do it because they're just going to make it extremely expensive. Literally anybody can build a chassis. So
Yeah, and honestly, if Magpul makes it, it's probably going to be relatively affordable.
The micro Roni guys, let's go. We're waiting
God,
for
shut
it.
the fuck up.
The
Magpul.
best chassis ever.
Ow.
yeah,
My son probably took it because he likes to play with it as a gun, but I have one around here. I have those
I had a Ruger
Macaroni.
RXM and he's just
cover
playing with
tactical
it, you know?
chassis. Yeah, yeah.
I just let my son run around with my little 22 pistol. It's fine.
Shoot the cat.
He does
Leave it
varmint
loaded.
control around the
There's
house.
only been 15 new holes in the house this week.
That's 10
Doesn't
left.
matter. We rent. I actually use my son to keep housing prices down.
There you
Yeah,
go.
we'll rent.
Your son's a
Lean outside the
YN?
window, Bang, bang, bang.
A couple of bursts set off
I'm
the
sorry.
ring alerts to
John,
keep
what
the
was the
rent
stream about? We were talking about
low.
SRA.
rent,
Like, what is SRA?
All right,
Socialist
Kyle
Rifle
Milan
Association.
for $5 says, Spaz, I found your YouTube. I regret it. Please self-unalive. Kyle,
Yes, Spaz.
On
yeah.
live stream.
Hit Alt F4 on your system.
What does that do?
Andrew for 49 says, killed by rural Wi-Fi. A cow must have farted in the east. That sucked, man.
Aw.
So yeah, when I was in Washington off of I-5, the best internet that I could get was 10 megabytes down, 1 up. Now in rural South Dakota, I get 250 minimum. That is the slowest
damn.
speed I can get.
Bit of a difference.
Yeah, a bit of a difference.
Over here with a gigabyte up and down. I don't know what that's like.
Well, yeah, so I can
Fuck
get
you.
gigabit if I need it.
You get thrown up and down. There's a difference.
Yeah, it's what you do when you don't have enough hard drive space, so you just download and uninstall games every day, constantly.
Did something fuck up with my mic? I apologize.
Who?
Oh no, there was somebody like racking a gun, and it was like pretty obvious. So I was like, "Please stop doing that while we're talking." Victor the Third for $4.99 says,
This isn't an art and war podcast. Stop that.
Right.
Yeah, I'm not
Logan
Spaz's
knows.
friend. I'm not going to do that.
Man, fuck.
Logan knows what a focus stream is, but can't imagine it.
Oh yes, it's at 6 something.
So,
Chili's Labia for $4.99 says, "Please take the schematic down. You're hurting Logan's brain."
No, it's okay, buddy. It's okay.
Well,
We'll
at least
mention
Logan's
it
not an
for you.
engineer. He's like, he looks at the
Oh,
pieces
God.
and he's like, "How do these go together again?"
How
He
does
can't
my
picture it in his
gloss
mind.
light
right?
on?
What is this?
Maybe it goes on.
Oh.
Oh.
Kyle
Oh,
Milan for
go on.
$5 says, "Nothing is wrong with glop grip angle. You just suck."
It's called the
Hey,
grip
shit.
zone.
He's not wrong.
objectively wrong.
Actually, it's
No, he's not wrong.
Well, I think, listen,
Wrong.
if you can't shoot with a Glock, the argument is that you're not a very good shooter. Okay.
I
However,
agree.
I don't blame anyone for not preferring a Glock. I don't blame anybody for
Yeah.
not preferring Glock. I carry a Glock because I have almost no issues with it ever. I don't compete with a Glock because it's not my preference. That's it.
Yeah, I'm gonna
My
get back
preference
out
is
on the
running.
range this weekend because Saturday at my cousin's place, I on a whim yeeted 5 rounds at like 50 yards, and somehow got like a 6-inch wide by like 10-inch tall group because I yanked one high. Like I don't know. I've just knelt down and sent 5 rounds and somehow managed that.
You see, the America 2000.
Spilled that
actually
for him.
had- Read my article about how the American 2000 sucks.
Right.
You're gonna get an angry
Hold on, American.
Matthew Rotisserie in the chat.
Kyle Milan for $2 says, "I can has
The
dead
babies for a
babies for a
snack.
snack." You can has one dead bebis for a snack in the communist utopia of Mao's
I
dictatorship.
didn't know Hillary
Only if
Clinton
you
was
have-
donating.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
That comment.
Well,
Log
this
off
is a
to-
good one. Hey, Logan, read
Chili-
that.
Oh no!
Wow.
That just ain't right, dude. That's just
What a
no.
legendary bird.
No! Ow!
Logan,
Man, you
on
didn't
your
even
behalf,
have to do them like that.
on your
That's
behalf,
funny.
I'll imagine your mom naked. Okay.
She's a nice
No.
lady. Leave her
Oh my
alone.
gosh!
She gives nice
Oh.
head.
I'm sorry. Oh my gosh, you guys!
Yo,
You're
Unbelievable.
so
Okay.
naughty.
that's uncalled for,
All right.
baby.
Sorry, Logan. I know this is scary. We'll move it off. Okay.
Oh God, Carl.
Hey, it's
Carl.
alright. He blocked
I
you.
know.
He blocked
The
you.
wondrous
I know.
Carl
I'm sorry.
Cucksarda.
But now we're back to Carl Casarda.
Oh, it's
Unfortunately,
SRA
it always
again.
comes back. Yeah, we're
Holy
well, Carl Casarda, SRA, same thing.
Right?
But these are just I don't remember if I put these in the right
Oh, blue
order.
sky. Oh,
Well,
Oh my
that's
gosh,
later.
I
Don't worry
forgot
about it.
that.
All right,
Mr.
so
Blue
In Range
Sky.
TV, also known as Carl the Cuck Casarda, it says, "Remember, enabling this stuff is just as bad as being it, if not worse." So here is the comment that initiated that response. "I support the current actions that I'm aware of President Trump and his team. Doing so does not in any way imply my alignment with the idiotic monster you just posted. Response: yes, it does, because the lack of due process of law, as well as the contempt of the judiciary system, including the SCOTUS, means that you're aligning yourself with authoritarians and racists. You're an enabler, which is arguably worse.
I don't think Carl knows how to do ethics.
Man,
It's just so it's weird, right? Because if you're just like a normie, right? Like, oh, I just, like a MAGA person, which I'm not a MAGA person. If you're a MAGA person, like you are like barely center right. And some people I would say are center left, right? In terms of being like very socially liberal, maybe economically conservative, that sort of thing.
There is literally a whole like gays for Trump group. Like it is
Right.
Boy, I can't wait to be a Democrat from the 80s.
That's literally what it is.
Yeah, exactly. It's like that. That's what you're being compared to right now. He follows up. If you still support what's going on, be aware these are the people you align yourself with. Perhaps that should be a wake-up call, at least. If nothing else, history teaches us that in the long run, you will regret your choices.
Don't bring up history. That's not a good.
So, Joseph Mosser says, nothing wrong with being racist. You say that word like it's a be-all, end-all. It's just natural human instinct. Well, natural human instinct, that is the peak of racism, sir. The blacks and Hispanics are no less racist than any white Europeans. I mean, this might come as a shock to you, but throughout the entirety of human history, there have been racial tensions between all races. Now, I'm Scottish, as some of you might know, right? And I have a divine hatred of Englishmen.
Oh,
right?
wait, Frick, how are we friends then?
Yeah, I'm sorry, Mr.
I thought
Shepard.
that was just for Kia Souls.
We're actually gonna add that too. We're gonna have a mustache off, and we'll settle who gets to stay. No, I don't think so.
Who has the shortest mustache?
I'm
I need to get a
Indian.
focus
guys
trip
gonna, like,
to
grow it out?
Scotland forever.
Mine's the
then.
shortest. It's not even there. It's so short.
Yeah,
I'm
it's not even trying. Get out of here.
Part Indian,
So
I
he
love
continues
this
on,
shit.
and to some degree, the laws and rights of the USA cannot apply to people who are not citizens of our country and come here illegally, to the same extent as they protect those who have a right to be here and obey the law. So this is a pretty generic argument that's like, a illegal immigrant or anyone who comes here illegally does not have the same protections as a birthright citizen, which is just the most generic take of all time. That has been the take of every country throughout history forever that continued to be a country for any period of time. It's like, yeah, you protect your citizens over foreigners. Like,
Yeah, it's
you may
oh,
not
hey,
like
hey,
that.
hey, the people who live in my house have more privileges than a random hobo who comes in off the
right.
street and decides to shit on the floor.
Well, that's the microcosm, right? Is like if you take it down to the familial level, they'll be like, well, actually, the homeless man has just as much right to your property as you do. In fact, you're a colonizer, so they should take it from you. They have a moral right because you have oppressed them.
He's Indian, and that's against the law for you to be rude to him.
Well, it's also against the law for me to shove a bayonet through his chest, but
But
The solution to Carl's nonsense here is just to say, hey, you support wife beaters. Because that's the
do that.
All right. Because like I'm assuming this is about the one guy that like got deported kind of sort of on accident because there was like some bureaucratic paperwork oversight. Yeah. He and his wife were separated. Not only was he an illegal alien, he and his wife were separated because he was hitting her.
Oh,
yeah. And it's just one of those things. It's like they were protesting the deportation of the MS-13 guy who was doing like wacky stuff, and it's like, I don't know, maybe we're not on the same page in terms of morality. Maybe we can't even have this discussion.
It's so insufferable because it's like, I'll be the not based guy here as a Christian. Not the biggest fan of racism, but
well, see, now we have to define our terms because what do you mean by racism?
Okay, yeah, I don't use the gay race communist definition. I use the original one, which is just a prejudice based against somebody based on their race. Not a big fan of that. I like individual responsibility versus collective. I'm not gonna get mad.
So basically, like a blind, uneducated, prejudice versus
Yeah.
pattern recognition.
Yeah. No.
Logan.
Of course, CQB.
Well,
No, it's true.
so
I'm a CZ owner with these glasses. Of course, I'm not based.
Logan, deportation is when somebody gets kicked over the wall.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I was just thinking. I was putting it on
You need
paper.
to get
This is
that
an
Dora
image.
the Deported meme where she's getting loaded into
Dora
a
the
catapult.
Image. This guy's kicking this guy over this area. Okay.
Well, so
visualizing it through you. Yeah.
I think the
Appreciate
simplest
it.
way to define it for me, anyways, is that like races are different by and large. If you take them in a general sense, races are different, have different wants, desires, all that sort of fun stuff, right? They have throughout the entirety of human history. Everybody has value, as a Christian as well. Everybody has the same value in terms of life, right?
We're all
However,
equal
that
before the law
doesn't
of
mean that you have to give other people access to all of your stuff all of the time. There's many verses in Proverbs that say the downfall of nations is when they give foreigners your own resources over your family and stuff like that, which might parallel some things in the West today. But yeah, I mean, if you look in the Bible as a Christian, it is very obvious that God elevated certain nations and races at different times to do different things, and there are a distinct difference between them.
Okay.
So
Logan, races are different people that.
Oh
look
my
different.
god.
Yeah. Anyway,
Okay, you're kind of beating a dead horse at this point.
yeah,
the
laughing.
powers that be treat like
beating a
Although,
dead horse.
Granted,
Did
Logan
somebody
couldn't
say-
even visualize a dead horse being beat.
So
So,
Logan, a dead horse. is
somebody
when a
say
horse is
Vosh?
no longer alive.
let's hope nobody says Vosh ever again.
Yeah.
So
well,
Logan,
somebody said
Hold on,
beating a
why,
dead
the, why
horse.
the fuck did we bring up Vouch of all?
No, that's beating off a horse. Never mind.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
Logan,
That's
guest
even
on
worse.
Block loves horses, and here's an image of that.
Yeah.
How about
Anyway,
that?
the powers that
All
be
right, so Chili's
insist
labia
that-
for $1.99
Oh
says,
my
"Okay,
God.
let's get off Logan's mom." All right.
Are
Mitchell
you
Black,
saying get off on Logan's mom? In which
stop!
case, yeah.
You're making it worse. Mitchell Black for $1.99.
I heard
This is
get off the
MAGA
Logan's mom.
country. That's right. That was funny. Wasn't that in Chicago? Where that guy
yeah,
hired the
Chicago.
Osendiro twins.
Yes, sir.
Oh yeah. The Empire actor. Yeah.
Jesse Smollett, right? Is that case still going on?
I would imagine
think
so.
it's
I
right.
thought he got in trouble 'cause he was proven he
Bro.
staged it.
Yeah, he basically got off with like
so
the most light hand
in
slap for
November,
wasting
right?
police
In November of
resources.
2024, so just last year, like 5 months ago, he got the conviction overturned as a hate crime.
What?
So 6 years later, wild.
Wow.
Wild.
Hold up, it's been
Interesting.
6 years since that happened already.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
That
2018.
shit was all fabricated and fake, though.
Yeah, 100%. It was all fake. He paid the Osendiro twins to beat him up outside of a subway. And the funniest thing
Wear
is,
MAGA
if you
hats.
remember in that report, he didn't even lose his sandwich. So he kept his sandwich afterwards. And that was one of the things that tipped off investigators. Are
Subway.
like, wait, what? His Subway sandwich is fine, and he brought it
Yep.
home from the attack. Like, and it
And
wasn't.
he left
like,
the noose around his neck the entire time.
Right? Yeah.
Never took it off.
Yeah. Very
So, Logan, a sandwich
very
is
funny saga.
2 pieces of bread,
Oh,
lettuce,
big.
meat, and cheese in between it.
Can you draw him a death?
Kyle Malone
Damn,
for
damn,
$20
you just
says,
old yellered his ass. Shot him in the fucking head.
Yeah, that guy's got it. If it ain't white, it ain't right. Not racist. Thank you for the $20, Kyle. Definitely not
Oh my
racist.
gosh.
On this episode, Spaz gets
John-
fucking banned.
Mitchell Black for one, and it says, "Chat, did he just call us racist?"
Yes.
Yeah,
I believe
yeah,
so.
John. The chat is a little wild. PSA Firearms for $1.99
Oh.
says, "I thought you were going to talk. I thought we were
Yeah.
too, but this is taking way longer.
Let's go.
But thank you. Some people enjoy it when it's longer. PSA Firearms $1.99. Thank you for that. All
Logan's
right.
mom especially. I'm sorry.
Gosh, dang. it.
I'm sorry.
So, Logan,
Jesse
when you get
Somalia,
kicked off the
that's
live
good.
stream, it's called I'm gonna
Somalia.
cry.
I mean, if we want to talk about something with just as questionable of a reputation as PSA, Keltec is teasing a 10mm sub 2000. How long do you think
And
that's
it
going
blows
to take
up.
to
It
explode?
blows
The new
up
trans
even
shooter.
faster.
Well, don't don't they already have a 40 cal version? So it's basically like a lot of 10 mil is just 40 cal, right?
It
so
seems to be significantly beefed up in the rear. Like it has a much larger tool.
Yo, really?
It do be down with the.
Don't tell Garantham.
Yeah,
guys, if you ever impregnated Caltech staff, go
Let me find the video.
All right, so continuing on with Carl Starter says, if these people think it's a burn, but it's not, thanks for noticing. So this is in response to, I'm starting to understand why you and Ian parted ways. Ouch.
Holy based.
And then In Range says, yeah, he's totally cool with and will actively collaborate with racists if it makes him another holy dollar and or boosts his ego. No thanks.
Am I confused?
Okay, this is the guy.
Okay, so they are actually like on bad terms. I thought they just like had a
This guy sounds like a bitch.
So In Range TV, is that the Satanist or is that a different guy?
In Range TV.
Funnily enough, you say that, but I believe he got kicked out of the Church of Satan.
He did get kicked out of the Church of Satan, which is a accomplishment. That is a achievement few get. That's like a 0.1% of gamers get kicked out of the Church of Satan, but he has done it.
When you
Hey,
get
bro,
kicked
you're
out,
like
you
a
get
little
like a
too evil
GD,
for us.
or do you
Sorry.
just get like halfway there.
He joined the
When
Etchy Atheist Club and then
it's like
got kicked
when
out
the-
for being too cringe.
When the Church of Satan has to put out a PSA that we do not affiliate with this guy, like it's bad. It's bad.
Yeah,
bro.
they both made posts where like Carl's like, yeah, I'm done with these guys, and he like tried to make it seem like it was kind of cordial, but it didn't seem like it.
Wow.
But it's really funny that
wasn't
Carl
he like a
criticizes.
pastor or a preacher at like the Church of Satan? He just gets booted.
So guys, Satan's really cool.
There's some wild photos of him in like fake.
Yeah,
fake
no,
dress
that's
and-
the one that I put on the thumbnail is pretty bad.
Yeah.
In Range TV says, I have removed all of my content and will no longer contribute anything in any way to this platform and encourage you to leave. You can find me at the pedophile infested Blue Sky. It's like, well,
okay, but he
you
blocked
know-
me after he posted that, like months after.
Well, so that's the thing. They can't leave. That's where the interaction is. That's where the people are.
Yeah.
These people
That's where the
crave
pornography
attention.
is.
Dude, that's like gonna show my boomerisms here, but do you guys remember when Google Plus came out and everyone was like, I'm leaving Facebook, see you guys later, we're going to the other fucking place, and then they came back like,
I was born in
You
2003. I
said
don't
that
know
and
what
I
the fuck you're
forgot
talking
about it.
about. Yeah.
Yeah.
like is that,
Yeah, it's like, what's
gun
the
website.
Instagram one? What's the Instagram one? Isn't that
Threads.
one for Instagram?
Threads, yeah.
Oh.
That was
Yeah.
Meta's Twitter. But
Threads.
I'm not using Meta products anymore. That kills
Threads is an absolute dumpster fire, honestly.
Dude,
I go on there
hanging
just to
out
laugh
gun
at stuff.
chats.
Go back to Facebook, dude. I don't know what you old people are talking about. What's Twitter? Like, come on.
Is
Follow
this
me
one of
on
those new
MySpace.
fangled kids things?
Yeah, one of them old people things when they used to use dial-up to connect to the Facebooks. you know?
Oh my gosh. The Facebook. I remember that.
The most
PSA
frustrating-
Firearms for $4.99. We're about to talk about you, sir. PSA quality control. We don't do defects, just unexpected failures. That's right.
So true.
Very
We
true,
give
PSA.
PSA should give you like a little advert. It's like, we give you the opportunity to test your malfunction clearing abilities randomly.
Are you a
Our guns
builder?
will
We sure
randomly
aren't. Try it out.
disassemble on their own for your convenience.
That's why you
I
keep
do
some Lancer
love-
mags around.
I
Easy
do love
disassembly.
PSA. PSA is my favorite. I'm their top guy.
I
PSA
highly
stuff,
recommend it though. Like, if you want to practice like failure to feed, double feeds, just all kinds of fucked up feeding failures, just keep some old Lancer mags around, and it'll work every single time.
Yeah. Or like old Pro Mags or just any of those.
You want to see a
Tom-
cool feature? Oh, sorry.
Okay, good.
The Lancer magazines, if you want to unload them really quick, you just kind of got to hit them really hard. And they just unload really easily. If you
That's
didn't
a
know.
nice feature.
Very cool feature.
Quick
No
unload.
tip.
Yeah, so you don't have to finger your PMags.
Yeah, he's jerking his mag on live.
Oh my gosh. Todd and Dogs for $2 says, if it's brown, flush it down. If yellow, no hello.
Uh-huh.
Rude.
Yeah, I don't know.
PSA
Some Asians can be pretty chill.
3 different keys
I mean,
popped out of my
listen, if we're
keyboard.
going to go back to the statistics, there is one group that commits the lowest crime, and it's old Asian ladies, okay? It's old Asian.
But they are terrible drivers.
Terrible drivers. Well, we said crime, not driving. That's another statistic. PSA Firearms
should be
for
a crime.
$4.99 said PSA QC. Oh wait, no, I already looked. Oh no, that's what we don't make mistakes, just future training opportunities. That's right. Thank you for the $4.99 PSA. Noob Actual for $4.99 says just took the Rad R and got 150. We are so back. 150, bro.
Spaz, throw it back. Spaz,
It's not bad.
I actually argue that if you want to get your future in gunsmithing, just buy a PSA because you're going to be fixing it.
Dude, I thought you were gonna do a fake SDI ad, and I was like, no, please stop.
Guys, if you ever want to get
Just
scammed
hovering
at
over the
20K
ban
from
button, just
GI
about to
Bill.
yeet
Yeah.
this man into orbit.
And it's like, all right, bye, Wes.
He's dead. He was quicker back than me, even though he's fatter. Sorry.
can you put him in the middle so we're all orbiting him?
Ooh, that's that.
That would be
That's good.
Your mama's so fat you got gravitational pull.
I'm the glue that keeps this shit together.
There
You
you
fall off both sides of the bed.
God damn.
You gotta
fucking harsh.
You gotta fucking. Oh, I'm stupid. Sorry.
PSA Firearms for $1.99 says PSA QC, where almost right is good enough. All right. Now, speaking of PSA, have any of you gentlemen watched this fine video from Gooper's Group?
No.
Oh God, the goobers.
How many views does it have? How many views? Oh, 69,000. Nice.
69,000.
That's a big one.
Nice.
Nice.
3 days ago.
I bet it's a great video.
I'm gonna watch it. Let's watch it.
We are going to watch it. It's a great video. So let me tell you this. So the boys ran the Saber 15 hard before adding it to the inventory. This 11.5.556 carbine is light, nimble, and built like a tank. All right. After a few thousand rounds,
If that tank is like a vintage World War I Mark IV, like sure.
I don't
It's
even
built
know
like
what
a
it is.
tank, except for the bolt carrier group.
It's
Well,
built
so-
like a
And the
rack
barrel.
grade AR. It's crazy.
This does just, oh yeah, so here it is. So it says, after a few thousand rounds, not a single hiccup, no issues, no malfunctions, just clean, reliable performance, a true pleasure to shoot. Big thanks to @Palmetto State Armory Videos for the opportunity to put it through its paces. More
Kill
to come as
yourself.
we continue to run it in harsh conditions. If you're in the market for a new carbine, this one's worth a serious look. Big thanks to Palmetto State Armory for this. The comments are also very funny. Very, very funny. So we'll look at this. And I'm sure some wacky things will be said. Now,
Okay.
I might need to mute this. Sorry, go ahead, Bones.
Before we get into it, isn't the Saber line like just fine? Isn't it just kind of okay?
It's supposed to be
Or is it
Same
bad? I'm
QC,
experienced with
slightly
it.
better parts, but
Okay.
same
The
QC.
Saber line. The Saber line doesn't mean anything because the Saber line can go from FN, Geisley, all these other parts, rifle speed, and it can go all the way down to crap tier.
Oh,
So the PSA Saber line doesn't even mean anything because there's so many different parts combinations, quality levels that you can get a PSA Saber, quote unquote, upper for $400 or $800.
Oh,
right. And they're
Yeah.
completely different. They're completely different. One's going to have a cold hammer forged barrel, a Geisley rail, a rifle speed gas block, and actually like have some nice features. But it's not the same as like a $400 Saber, which is like a, a generic nitride barrel with like a government profile, a non-pinned gas block. So the Saber line is so wide and so varied that just saying Saber means nothing.
okay. Thank you.
So what
I'm
they are
tracking.
going to show off here is the highest, most expensive end Saber that was sent to them by PSA. They, if you buy a generic Saber upper, you are not going to get this part selection. Not going to happen.
Is that so the bores can cope harder?
I was
Right.
about to say we are kind of blocking the bottom like 10th of the window.
I mean, I can move you.
Yeah, there we go.
So now we're blocking the left side of the window.
If you're
All right.
buying from PSA,
So
you
I
already
might
have
need
all on
to. Yeah, and it still has PSA assembly. It's
Awesome.
still PSA assembly.
Look at that riser!
Whoa!
I do hate that.
I love risers.
I love
OMG.
Chidwell's, guys.
I hate how how this has to be such a shit rifle because that logo is pretty neat, but
Yeah,
You
the
can
gun
buy the
looks
lower.
cool. Like I can't
listen,
deny that.
I have
Yeah.
SBR PSA lowers that I could never. You can buy a lower. It's fine.
It looks like. Sorry.
No, you can talk. What's up?
I was gonna say it looks like it needs a Punisher blue line.
There you go.
Oh, hell yeah, bro.
Yeah, that riser is the operator fused vertebrae special. Can't bend your neck, so you have to have the 5-inch riser.
This is the first Goobers Group video I've watched.
Oh yeah, it's
Yes,
generic quality content, you know.
It's 11
That I
minutes
mean, it
longer than
looks
my video.
very nice, but
cool it
underneath
was.
it's like just an ad piece.
Yeah, how much you want to think we're gonna find like a
Oh,
letter
that
that's
muzzle
not
device is one of the worst in the world.
What is
Tuning
it?
fork.
The tuning fork, it's so bad.
It's supposed to have the irregular prongs are supposed to keep it from doing that.
What if they cut because the gun jammed there?
Right, dude. If they left in a malfunction, because I've only watched the first couple minutes of this.
Just like
Yeah,
my
left in
video.
malfunction like that sheepdog defense.
It
one.
looked like it fit.
Yeah, I know it's being funny. Holy riser,
So,
Batman.
this is just something that I hate. So you can see the target is maybe 15 yards away, 20 yards away at most. And the thing that I hate about shooting montages from certain individuals is that I know that they're missing a lot, but they're just shooting really quickly. With Goober's group, they're neither shooting quickly nor hitting every shot. So it's just kind of like, I get it for a normie. If you don't understand what they're doing, it might look like impressive, but like, who's another guy that did this? So I'll make fun of him a little bit. 110 Sass in his,
Oh God, that ass.
no, but just listen up. So in his, what video was it? It was on the DS Armory TSIS clone 2011 thing. He just shot like insanely fast in the intro, but like he was missing like half the shots, or he was shooting from like 2 feet away. So it's kind of like range theatrics, right? You're shooting as fast as humanly possible, as close as humanly possible, and hits are irrelevant because you're just shooting fast on camera. Now, if you're only doing that for like a durability test or whatnot, that's fine. If you're just there to burn down ammo and look cool, but it's not like real training or like quality content. It's just, hey, we're filming now. Do something that looks like shooting.
Garantham intro.
I will say Garantham is actually a good shooter. So he has very theatrical stuff, but he is also actually a good shooter. 100%. Whereas some of the other content creators out there are neither of those things.
Well, he has like
Kinda
32 kids, so I'd hope he's a good shooter.
I think the shooting compilation portion of the video is just the Subway Surfers to keep people locked in while they talk
gets you to
about
the
PSA.
60-second mark.
You're a retarded faggot.
I
Something like that.
Always on.
What was that?
Still that close gives me anxiety.
I don't know, right? So and that's the thing. It's like if you want to show off cool shooting, that's all fine and dandy or whatnot. But
Can I point something out?
go for it.
Is DJ not using a SIG? I think he's shooting a staccato.
Maybe were they
Interesting.
sponsored by SIG at one point?
I think they're heavily sponsored by SIG.
Maybe they dropped them. I don't know. Although I know some people are still stuck in contracts, even if they want to change, they can't.
Ooh.
So because you signed the contract, homie. Sorry, bro.
Gotta carry this
Commons,
P320.
Sega L.
You
Yeah,
gotta shoot
Commons-
this
Commons
P320. You sign the contract. Gotta carry in your videos and say you carry it.
What is that? Oh, I forget what the trigger is.
I don't know what he's doing with his finger here.
I think it's more like he was going to shoot and then hesitated.
You forgot. He couldn't visualize the trigger moving in his head.
Well, and see, it's like shooting like this, where I'm like, if you don't know what you're looking at, this might look fine, but to me, like when I see DJ shooting a relatively big target from maybe 15 to 20 yards away, like you should be able to shoot pretty darn quickly and then move quickly. So are we just being slow and deliberate on purpose?
I mean, it could be.
Fine.
It could be that they're just trying to make it easy to follow and simple for people who are inexperienced, I guess. You know, common
I
audience.
think they might
suppose.
just be slow by nature.
It's about the footwork, bro. It's about the CQB footwork. You wouldn't get it. Okay?
No. You see, he's so fast he didn't put us on his sling correctly. That's how fast he is.
The fastest. He's not a gravy snail. He's a Navy SEAL. Where did he even hit?
That's right. They're fucking dog.
like 5 yards away from the target. You know that's
Yeah, and they're having
always
to
like-
aim like 6 inches high just to even hit what they're wanting to like shoot at.
Let's see.
There's
Yeah,
two
it's like
guns.
4.5 inches of height over bore with that.
That's a
setup.
lot. That's a lot.
Yeah.
Where's the impacts on this?
Dude, look at that. That's so silly looking.
It's
Like that's the difference between like hitting the tee box and like going through someone's chin.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I feel bad.
Well,
for
I
this
mean, on
guy's,
a USPSA
preference.
style target, if you aimed at the head, you wouldn't even hit it. You wouldn't
Yeah.
be anywhere near it.
Yeah.
And if you wanted to hit inside of the box, you would have to aim above the head, like way above the head.
Yeah.
Be aiming over the berm at that point.
I just want to see the hood of his truck. Just wanna see it.
God.
I really
Who needs a
wanna see
cheek
it.
weld anyway?
Yeah, chin weld all day, every day.
Dude, that's why I ended up with restless rifle syndrome on my AK. Was just trying to find a good freaking cheek weld.
Well, it's
That makes
because you're AK enjoyer and you're probably like men or something. I don't know.
Well, did that intro sell any of you fine gentlemen on the Saber?
Dude, I've already bought 3 of them.
Sure did.
Driving me away.
Looks
Subscribed
good.
and liked.
Looks good. Doesn't work. I cannot do a fucking Trump accent.
Sounds good. Doesn't work.
Knock a new gun review.
Yeah.
We had this thing 2 weeks ago. Did initial review, like 3 mags out of it, just see overall form, fit, function, how we liked it, and then if we do.
Oh, 90 rounds.
I love that. We did an initial review, like 3 mags.
Yeah, a whole set. He doesn't even say what size mag, so it could have been like between like 15 to like maybe 120 rounds.
No,
Yeah, he
they're
had
California
three-
compliant.
Did they put that video on their channel? That would be so funny. Where is it?
3 5-rounders for
They
grouping. that red dot.
did. Oh,
Toad
yeah.
bag. Toad bags.
It's a minute long, so that and it has the same B-roll in it too because they were lazy, I guess.
So
But
who
apparently that's their 30 rounds or 100 rounds that they put through it. Thanks.
Their video is like
there it is.
7
Hey, Sig
God,
Connect.
of course they
Yes,
have a
they are.
fucking Canic video.
Oh, here we go. Sig's 1911, Sig Connect app.
tell it's
You seen their
Saber
like, collectors?
AAC. Nice.
It seems they've
Yeah.
switched sponsors. Friendship
Well-
is done with Sig. PSA is now my best friend.
It's like, hey guys,
Yes, they
I mean,
probably have
literally,
more
this is
money.
what it is, though. They say, hey, we have 500,000 subs. Like, that's worth a lot of money in terms of sponsorship dollars. Like, who wants it? And then companies are like, OMG, me.
That's
I want your
mean.
audience.
Wow.
I want you to
I mean, I
show
can't
our
blame
shitty soundbar
companies.
products to gullible idiots.
Yeah, somebody's buying it.
Fit, function, how
Yeah.
we liked it, and then if we do like it, then we're gonna run it through spaces. We just wrapped up 2,000 rounds.
Yeah, 2,000 rounds back to back. We got that thing hot real fast.
We did, man, and that's a lot of stuff we're getting ready to talk about.
So half the
Let's just
lifespan
look
of
at
the
Something he's
PSA
never
is
said to a
fine.
woman in his life.
Well, keep in mind this Saber rifle. I don't even know which one this is. Let me see if I can find it. I can't show it on
Has a rifle
screen.
speed. That's neat.
Well, that's the
yeah,
thing.
I
That is
like the way it looks. Like if it
that
wasn't
is
for the
the highest
retarded riser.
end. Well, see, that's
That's the
their
one
problem.
they showed off at SHOT Show this year. It's like the new God, because they have one in the 308 like that too, and they call it's some special model that it's whatever. It's
So they
the
say it's
high
an
end.
11.5. They said it's an 11.5. So that's the thing. Your eyes just get assaulted when you look at the Saber lineup because they have a million different variations.
Yeah,
Can you
like,
just
if it-
show me your 11.5, please?
If that was like a reasonable
Let me
height
see.
riser, like
see
an
it.
LPVO of some kind, that rifle would look pretty neat. But it's PSA.
Okay. So it is currently out of stock,
Everyone bought it.
It
Imagine
works.
that.
Yeah, it works.
apparently, but it doesn't. It also doesn't tell me what
It doesn't show the
base
price.
is. Yeah, because
Yeah.
it's out of stock. So the lower tiered version is $1,000. So
It's
this
probably the same price as the
one-
Wolfpack Armory.
It's got to be 1,300. plus the rifle
rather just buy
speed.
the whole pack.
So
Probably like
1300. No, it's
14,
probably
15.
more. Yeah.
Yeah, like
So I mean,
1600.
this is Geisley sale prices that we're talking about here. This is more than BCM. You know, this is
base
Daniel
rifle?
Defense prices for the base rifle. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah,
And
that
it doesn't even
riser, the
take
riser
lock
needs to
back.
go higher for sure. And it doesn't even take a clock back. True.
Apparently Zorps is yet a fucky wucky. There he goes.
He's back. Sorry. I didn't notice he was here.
My husband's
I mean, roughly, yeah. I mean, it's at least $1,300. If the base model's 1,000, this one comes with a better trigger and the rifle speed gas block setup, which is at least another $300.
Yeah.
So it is at
Yeah,
least.
I mean, hell, the rifle
1,300.
speed is like what, 250 by itself.
Correct. Right. And the
If only-
trigger,
Yeah.
$60, $70 upgrade over the base cost or whatever. Plus the rail is different. So I imagine it's at least $1,300 to $1,400.
Yeah.
Like, I
Here's
wonder.
the other thing: like this rifle that we are watching is a good rifle because it was built with nice parts and it was probably very closely watched. Like it was looked over a lot before it got sent out to Goober's group. because
The
they knew it
only
was
thing
gonna be a
that I
review
don't
rifle.
like about this one specifically is it doesn't tell me what the barrel is. So I don't know if the barrel is something special, but it is
Mystery
just the,
meat.
it's the standard microbest BCG, which those gas rings are about to go out if they're not already out on that.
Is there
'Cause that's
something
just-
wrong with Microbest? I've always heard good things about Microbest.
PSA's microbests, the gas rings and their sabers burn out in like under 1,000 rounds. I had mine go out in 500 rounds.
Okay,
Now,
so it's
keep
a
in
case.
mind-
It's a case of like PSA has Microbest make them to PSA spec, which is
something like that. But also, they did not run this suppressed at all, which is going to help with parts longevity. So I don't know if that was a tactical decision or if they're just testing it in its shipped configuration. But that is the choice that they chose to make.
I doubt it ships with that fucking skyscraper of a riser.
Well,
I
no,
got a
that's
question.
how much is that riser? Now I got to look at that.
They're like
I'm
way
gonna
too
guess
much.
$600.
No,
No, like the
No.
Lernas are 300, and it doesn't have the
Bro, I look
thing
up
on the front.
GBRS riser, and the first thing that pops up is a cheek riser, so that you can still get a cheek weld. So it's like you just keep building, you keep building the setup up and up and up.
That's
At what point do you get a car 15 with an A point on the top and one of those retro fucking cheek risers to do the same exact thing that the
Okay, so they must have lowered the cost because the Lerna riser right there, that's only $200. So that's actually not. It's still very expensive, but that is actually not terrible considering other risers are approximately the same price.
How much is
yeah,
Skyward?
that's
in
like twice
terms
the
of-
price of like an ADM QD lower 1/3.
Yeah, I mean, I got my Geisley 193 for $99. So, I mean, but when you think about it in terms of dollar per inch, it's actually pretty good because of how tall. it is.
Shit, I got $3.
That's all you need.
Bragger. At least I got 750. But anyway,
Spaz is out here hanging with the low riser mount.
It's
I got a
average.
question about that muzzle
absolute
device.
absolute height.
That muzzle
Somebody had a
device. Like,
question?
what can you run with that muzzle device?
Surefire
You have
RC2
to.
or
No. Not that is not a Surefire muzzle device.
What?
You cannot mount a suppressor to that. That is a PSA Saber flash hider.
Tuning fork.
You cannot run a
Why-
suppressor on there.
Why is that on there with a rifle speed? Like, it doesn't make sense to me then.
so
It
it can
is
run
worthless.
shitty underpowered AAC ammo or something, I guess.
So, well, the AAC, at least in 77
Oh,
grade,
who's
Hop on
fucking-
Twitter was saying that they actually shoot hot, but
Yeah,
I've
some
not
of them
thought
do.
it myself.
Some of the AAC is hot ammo or at least standard, like actual M193 capacity ammo for the 55 grain and 77 grain stuff. So the velocity isn't the problem. The consistency in blowing up suppressors is, right? All right. Let's actually listen to what they have to say for a second.
No.
Hello?
I mean, pretty much a standard carbine, dude. I love it. 11.5 inch, 10-inch handrail. It's got an adjustable gas block that you can actually manipulate after you shoot a couple rounds to it. Quick bottle of water. I've never been a huge fan of adjustable gas blocks just because you always have to stick a tool in it. You have to do something with it. And I've just had bad experience in the past. This one's actually super nice.
Yeah,
We were
I
messing
mean,
around with this
the,
before.
the amount of settings it has on, rifle speed makes those that usually been thrown on those. But the old ones usually just had 4 settings. You had like a high powder, low powder, suppressor, so subsonic, supersonic. it was good for the moment for like real quick deals, but you couldn't do it in the field. Like it's one of those things. It took a fucking tool. It took a minute to do that. But Rifle Speed came out with that gas block adjustable thing. It's got 9 settings on that thing, and that's
The first like actual specific thing that he mentions, he gets it wrong. Also, who's typing loudly?
I was about to type in the private chat. Who the fuck is?
Because we're listening to it and it's just
No, but see,
Vintage is in the house. How's it
A
going?
black woman is here. A black
Get,
woman
get,
is with
get,
us.
get in here.
gonna
Get
call
in
her,
here, you
finally.
fucking
You
nerd.
hurted
Send
me,
him-
sir.
Send him the link. Send him the link.
Do not flick the link, sir. Sir, do not flick the link.
Do not redeem
do
it.
not
We
redeem
need our minority
Do not
representation.
redeem it.
Join my orbit.
I can't.
Back to the thing.
He's pulling him in more moons.
That's good.
I can't take it anymore.
Like you can like it, that's fine. I think the internal parts are suspect. That's fine.
Also,
Yeah, like the rifle overall, if it wasn't
Like,
for
listen,
the retarded
you-
riser.
You can like the rifle, and this can be an ad fluff piece. Those two things could be like you can have a fluff piece on any good product, right? And I'm not saying that this is a good product, but yeah, you can still like the rifle. It's fine.
gas block adjustable thing. It's got 9 settings on that thing, and that's real quick adjustment. Nope. Oh, actually,
DJ's instantly like, no, that's not right.
That's 12, you
12
fucking
bullets.
card.
But the fact the little micro adjustments helps out with a plethora of different types of rounds with ammos.
The other
7
issue
round.
is all the different suppressors now. You got flow through, you got all these different cans, and a lot of these things, they really do affect the operating system. So now we can make those fine-tuned adjustments, really see what works the best. But let's go through it top to bottom. They're calling this their compensator from PSA. Dig that. They got a hyperfire trigger.
Hold on,
I
stop.
really
That's not a
dig it. It's not a
compensator.
That's a fucking flashlight.
It compensates your.
Listen,
small
guys, the
The
terminology
entire
is not
rifle's a
always gonna be
compensator.
there.
Let's go.
He has a TBI. Give him a break.
Yeah, relax, relax. Just want to take
His
some.
handrail. The handrail. You guys, the handrail.
Also, 12 settings is not that impressive.
12 settings is I like rifle speed. Okay, I have one not on that one, but on.
I was about to
one
say,
of
like,
the ones.
don't
12 settings
stock
is more than enough.
Don't
I'd
stock
quit way more
FALs
than
have like
enough.
22.
Oh my god.
Well,
It's a
yeah,
lot of
superlatives have 40. The RFB has like 27 or something silly like that. So yeah, 12 is fine though, because you don't need perfect. You need good and reliable, and 12 settings is more than enough for that.
Well, most shooters, even like really professional ones, probably can't tell the difference between 11 and 12 on their gas setting when it's suppressed in their shooter.
That's
Like,
an inch, dude. You got to pay attention to those.
Not even an inch. It's one setting. What are you talking about?
Oh.
The rifle speed is good. It's probably the best gas block on the market. It's also the most expensive gas block on the market. So
because it's super intricate to kind of machine compared to the rest.
Yeah, it's a lot of work.
They are good. Cody Red Right Hand has umpteen hundreds of thousands of rounds on them, and they're working quite well in full auto systems. So for your personal use, they will be more than adequate.
But that reset is so short, you can really run this thing. So you're getting rifle build drills and really trying to push the pace. I kept mistiming it because I'm used to that 2-stage trigger coming off the wall just a little bit. But once you get used to it, it's money. Raptor charging handle.
fast.
I love that thing. Big and pronounced. No issue with that. Get it on both sides. I've always been a fan of that.
I actually wouldn't mind a PSA branded Raptor
stock.
charging handle.
The swinger from Tech 10 Tactical that came from Paul Bergman, support guy. We had a Team 10. He invented this thing. So the original 2-to-1, I would kind of been running for a while. I love that. It comes with ambidextrous controls. I dropped it because I don't like ambi. So outside of that, they come
First
with,
base thing said.
That's the first good
trigger
thing he
pins,
said.
so they won't walk out, which we've actually had an issue with that lately. Run these guns super, super hard, even with Loctite, rock set. A lot of them are walking off. Really nice to have those things in there. They do start
I'm
to back
using
out
a
and make
cassette trigger.
adjustment. Run a second back.
The Hyperfire EDTs, I don't think are cassettes. Because I have an EDT. I have an EDT in one of my lures. I don't think it's a cassette style trigger.
I wasn't sure, but it's like usually you see the anti-walk pins on cassette triggers
on
and
cassettes,
stuff like that.
yeah.
So.
I think it's just a quote unquote upgrade that they do on the PSAs because their lowers might not be perfectly in spec.
Oh,
maybe.
So, it hedges your bets to make sure those don't come off. D's-Nut69 says, are the PSA uppers with FN Cold Hammer Forge barrels good to go? Kind of. Again, I don't like the bolt carrier groups, and I don't love the assembly on the rest of the parts. So if you can do your own QC on assembly and put in a different bolt, then you'll most likely be good to go.
Well, one of the guys.
Sorry, that's why it's so hard to recommend a PSA product, is because like even if they have really good parts, are they
if they're put together terribly?
It's like that's the next thing, right?
It's still a PSA at the end of the day.
Right.
Yeah. One of the guys in the Discord was making the point, because I kind of thought of that too. It's like, oh, if I know how to build an AR, which you can learn with the YouTube video, all you need is that device.
It doesn't matter the barrel if they clock the barrel and you're up a receiver by only
yeah.
So.
That's the point that was made in the Discord. I'm just rambling.
That happens.
Best sling on it. Got to learn them out. T2 aim point.
Well, so there's another argument going on in chat. It says Mitzvot TV says the PSA FN barrel doesn't have a chrome lined chamber. And so there is some speculation that PSA buys factory seconds from some of these bigger companies.
That would make sense.
Discount on it. So
what is a factory second?
Slight problems that they wouldn't put in a production gun.
Okay.
Reject.
Blems, basically.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
or like it, whether it's just cosmetic or like this run of barrels is overgassed, so we're not selling these, and PSA is like, oh, well, we'll buy it. We'll buy your overrun or whatever else it happens to be, right? So that is a theory on some of their parts, which is like why the microbest BCGs from PSA specifically don't work as good. It's because the tolerances aren't as good.
But I mean, 2,000 rounds to it. I ran the first 5 mags, and it was never at a point where I couldn't fully get a purchase. And a lot of these guns, they get so damn hot, you have to compromise your grip. You'll see guys go to the magazine well. I'll see guys wrap a T-shirt. They'll grab it with a...
Did he say 10 mags?
5.
Okay, 5. Okay, I was say 10 mags. That's I don't know any gun that after 10 magazines is cool to the touch. I don't think that's the thing.
Damn hot. You have to compromise your grip. You'll see guys go to the magazine well. I'll see guys wrap a T-shirt. They'll grab it with a rag. If it's so hot and you can't actually run this thing at full value, it's too damn hot. Grab yourself a $3 thing of camo form and give it a couple wraps, and you can really run it. But no malfunctions. 2,000 rounds. We ran them super fast, like 5 mags out of each dude, as fast as we could go, and no malfunctions. We didn't overly lube it. Kind of just ran it dry. I will say that the gun is light and it feels like a katana.
They say 5 mags each dude.
5.
They have. So
Yeah,
they have
10 mags.
They have.
What you're failing to realize is it feels like a katana.
God.
Oh,
This is turning into some
It's a pretty sloppy video. I mean, it is just an ad piece, right? That's what so I'm not even going to watch the whole thing. That's not even the important part. The important part for me was the comment section, which were hilarious.
Sorry.
Let's see. So this is a great Cope comment. Oh, sorry, Caleb. Didn't mean to dog you there. Damn it. Stop. Caleb says, I've been shooting PSA AR platforms for over 10 years, and they just work. They'll chew through any kind of ammo and don't require any special treatment at all. I've been very impressed with both the reliability and QC on everything I've got from them from the last decade.
How much do you want to bet he shot less than 10,000 rounds over the last 10
Yeah,
years?
I was about to say, how many rounds have you shot out of how many ARs?
First of all, how long has PSA been around, like in its current form? I know there's like a precursor company to them, but like, have they even been around for 10 years?
10 years, yes, they've been around for 10 years. Probably like 2010 was the start, so they've been around for like 15 maybe. So, I mean, listen, the early days of PSA were as bad as BCA. And they had all sorts of problems with their original AKs and all. That's why you have 5 generations of their PSA AKs. So yeah, I don't buy this, and which is why the top responded comment is bot. You could at least try to be a little bit less obvious. Oh my gosh. So this comment, if DJ says it's good, if there's any channel on YouTube I trust, it's this one. You cannot argue that they don't have real world experience and knowledge.
Big brain.
Yeah.
You could argue that they're shills, though.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, that's the thing. It's like anytime you talk about anyone who's actually done something overseas, cool. Awesome. Congratulations. Thank you very much for your service. We greatly appreciate it. But at the same time, like shilling for
you can still have retarded takes even if you do that.
Yes, exactly.
Oh yeah, you
that commenter has a point.
Look at all
because
look at all sorry.
I'm pretty sure Rob O'Neill actually used a PSA saber line when he canoed Osama bin Laden.
True.
He was
So-
right there with his
The
concubines.
PSA 416.
It's like there are plenty of left-wing politicians that have served that like hate you and
Or
want to take away all of
idiots.
your rights. Yeah. So I mean, like, just serving is not enough. It's not enough.
You need to serve me. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of the comments about thanks for reviewing a budget option. Isn't that one specifically like the same price as a BCM or more? Like,
Wow,
definitely-
here's an interesting one with a heart from GBRS. I've had my 11.5 Saber since day one. Have also been waiting on a full review for it since Palmetto dropped it. My opinion, the machining is tighter than my 11.5 Geisley.
Press out. No, press
I-
fire out.
Listen,
Oh.
I think if you put 1,000,000 Sabers and 1,000,000 Geisleys together, you could find a PSA Saber that is machined better than a Geisley. I think it could happen. That is theoretically possible.
It happens a million times more
However,
on PSAs,
this-
though.
Yes, exactly. This next part is just a lie, though. Geisley is nearly double the cost, and the upper wobbled enough I had to fix it. The Geisley is still one of the best out there, but overall QC of the Saber is noteworthy. I think it's comparable to any mid to upper mid tier rifle at $1,100.
It's,
feel like
it's funny how the
Uh,
only
it's-
problem he could find with the Geisley is that the upper wobbled, which is
That's
fucking irrelevant.
it's a non-issue. It's just
What
one of
he
those
did,
things.
he probably
It's like
put one of
people who
those little-
don't shoot rifles will complain about that.
Yeah,
You
like,
put a
oh,
little
they're
rubber
lowering
stop inside
upper
of the
the
inside.
wobble. It's like it doesn't
Yeah.
matter.
It's irrelevant.
Is it
But-
cool
but-
when it
but it
legs move and
move.
they don't move?
But
Yeah,
it
sure.
moved.
But
Dude, like,
The
If,
little
if
bit
the
moves.
wobble's that much of an
No
issue,
offense.
just get an arrow.
Like, as long as
precision
it's
bow.
not as long as it's not gaping wide like the gap between a Sig M7 upper and it's like buffered.
I thought that
It's
was
not a
going
buffered
somewhere else.
tower.
Yeah, it was.
Right.
Yeah.
As long as you can't wave through the gap, you're good.
As long as the gap is wide.
Jim, how you
for
doing?
instance, Concubines. You know.
Here's a good one. Hats off to PSA. Gone from the beginning, gone from being just a budget maker to putting out some quality gear. I saw Garantham's Jackal review, and that looks good too.
This is
bet it
awesome.
does good, too.
I genuinely wonder how many of these people are just that fucking stupid, and how many are like unironic, like ironically satirical.
Who said it? Who
Oh,
said it
well,
earlier that
wait.
the results of Garantham on the 2A community has been disastrous all around, or something like that? Who said
Oh,
that
of
earlier?
Yeah,
course.
Grand
That's
Thumb
good.
hit GunTube like crack did Black Paper Goods in the 80s.
Oh, here's a good one. The dude at 438 is slapping the trigger so hard I can feel it through the screen. Yeah, some of the
That comment
displays-
makes me uncomfortable. I don't like that one.
He likes
Slapping the trigger
I don't
isn't
know.
What are the
necessarily
replies?
a bad
What are
thing,
the
though.
replies? Who's defending these men?
That's right. PSA.
Sorry.
Hell yeah. PSA check cleared.
What's the reply say? What's the reply say?
It's probably somebody defending them. OFC, no one works for free.
Oh,
John, I'd
See,
like
that's
to-
like the weird defense. That's like, yeah, of course they get paid. Like they should get paid to lie to me. Duh.
I'd like to point out that you're
Don't
watching
gotta
Boogie
touch the
2998
billion
freak out
company.
videos.
This is a weird one. Picked up one 2 days ago and haven't shot it yet. Can't wait for the review to see what they say. It's like, yeah, because you're probably never going to shoot it.
Out of
This
force
one,
is a good
I
point.
also did notice this. Here, let me look at that in just a second.
As far as
There's a point where the gentleman on the left kind of like puts the muzzle in DJ's face,
the piece with it,
and DJ's like,
being super light.
I'm just gonna move away a little bit. You know, let's
It's like
just
that
take a little
Yeah.
step back.
Me
I
when I give
forget
my
who this
girlfriend
guy
a gun.
is, but he's like the replacement for the guy that they got rid of. And he is
Right.
like, he's like DJ, but more somehow.
Oh my gosh, Logan couldn't imagine slapping.
So
me.
Logan, let me get a picture
No,
going.
stop that. I gotta get rid of Spaz again. Wait till he comes back. All right.
Well, you pull it, in it.
Don't flag me, bro. That's right. It's, you know, comment section gold mine.
I'll show you later, Logan. Don't worry.
Oh my gosh, this guy doesn't get it. Look at this. Hint. Still waiting for PSA to finally say, "Damn, this guy reviews all of our rifles. We should send him some ammo or a new rifle to review." Hint, hint. Love your rifles. Not crazy about being forgotten when requested. Oh, Is this guy simping in their chat for a PSA sponsorship?
Wow.
It looks like it. Check out his
How
channel.
many subscribers? Look at his channel. No, look at his channel.
This is about to be epic.
Of all the comments that you could simp under, it's like, PSA, please send me rifle for free. Please.
It's probably because he has to spend all his money on alimony.
Oh hell yeah! Delta Team Tactical FRT. Let's go.
He spent $600 on the Delta Team Tactical FRT.
I kind of
Saber
Rating.
Saber
Oh, light. There we go. We got
Limited
it.
State Armory Classic Stealth AR-15.
It's not just a PSA. It's a fucking Olight too.
Gen 3 PSA AK.
Wait. PSA Saber AR-15 optic issue.
No,
Is he having issues?
When's
mounting his optic?
Who do we know that has had issue with PSA rails?
Second.
It's only 30
PSA
13 seconds.
PSA Jackal issues. Yo,
Oh, wait, that's
what?
my video. That's my video. Oh wait, no, it's not. This is his own video.
Ah.
Stuff like cool there, chat.
Why do you think
PSA
everybody's stealing your videos, John? Come on.
I think it's really sad when people shill for companies they don't even get paid from. What are
That's
you
the worst
doing?
part. You know, he has two
Oh.
jackals here and an Olight on top, and he's complaining about not getting a sponsorship, man.
Well, if he needs a grenade, he's got one strapped to his rifle.
This is the issue that covers the entire gun industry, and every single.
Mine works.
Exactly. I don't understand it either. Mine ran just fine. It's like Logan
on
can't
mine.
That's not
imagine.
the issue.
Logan can't imagine another AR-15 not working. And so he's like, mine works. And he can't picture another one working. That's like all of these comments. It's like, wait a second, mine worked, therefore they all must work.
My sample size of 1 is all that matters.
It's like that arguing with women meme where it's like most women are 5'4", and then this one woman pipes up, "Well, I'm 5'6".
It's like, oh my gosh,
Wow.
thank you.
Fully based, good for her.
Women.
If we're saying that 2 inches is a lot, I'm pretty happy right now.
He's got like, oh, nah.
Get out of here.
Can we ban Spaz?
No.
We can.
Yeah, Spaz, go back to making videos
have
with
the
crappy
power.
audio.
Yeah, man.
So mean.
Elite Combat Fitness Central says, in before the GBRS is a sellout talk commences. No. I mean, they spell it out in their description, which is nice to know. It is.
Yeah,
It's always
they're not
nice to
hiding it.
see when they just put it in the description. Big thanks to PSA for sending
They're
this
better
to
than
us.
Knack for,
And thank you
saying
for the
what their intentions
check
are.
clearing. I haven't watched their AAC video.
but-
Range time. So I mean, listen, they're doing dedicated
drill
videos
break.
on their saber line, on their ammunition. There's money getting passed around behind the scenes.
7.5 minutes on a build drill? Why are you taking that long?
Well,
It's like-
listen.
World
It's a
flows.
minute. It's a minute
It's a-
per round.
It's a Patreon short, homie.
Maybe they suck at shooting.
Nice
Of course,
sig.
it's a sig.
Why is there
Yeah,
this
bigger
is
question.
a-
Bigger question
It's
is.
a
Bigger
stendo.
question
I was
what-
about to say that. Logan, actually about this. So I see a lot of guys at competition. The beep goes off and they go, grab the gun and then go. And it's like, no, the timer started, sir. Like you need to go. And then they shoot really fast, but then they like walk from position to position, and I'm like,
Yeah, I don't get it.
I don't
I've
know.
seen that too.
It's
I
like,
think
move, sir.
I mean, I can kind of understand if you're just like trying to get your shooting down and then worrying about like your footwork later. But yeah, you should kind of like get moving.
No.
Get schmoozing.
Vintage. Wes is very familiar with the Wendy's 4for4 drill.
Damn.
he eats.
Got him.
Every day.
Hits are
It's
good.
good
Go
group.
faster.
It's very
From 5 yards
controlled
away.
speed, which I think is fine for warming up and when I don't want to watch a full
With the
7-minute video.
stendo.
The stendo.
The stendo.
You can see how timidly he grips the gun and pulls it out of the holster.
Yeah, I mean, if we go back,
Don't go up, don't go-
I can't blame him. I can't blame him for being timid like that, though.
I mean,
I think if you
It's a
asked him, he
sick.
would say like the generic canned response of like it's not about speed or what did Larry Vickers used to say?
Slow as
At-
smooth, smooth as
No,
fast,
no.
or some shit.
Speed
Speed is fine, accuracy is
but
final.
Accuracy is final. Yeah, that's what he used to say.
All that nonsense.
I hate that.
Back in my day.
Anyways, that's why I have to snitch on my guy for giving me all these nice imports.
My word.
PSA Firearms 49 says 69. Can you picture that, Logan? Or do we need to send you to your sister's OnlyFans page?
My sister? What?
Logan is getting
News to me. I better let my parents know about
Hey,
this.
This guy stinks.
You got really excited
Todd
about
and
having it.
Dogs for $2 says mixed race America equals Zootopia nightmare. Thank you for the Todd and Dogs must be drunk because he's never gone that hard before. But he's going hard.
We're getting into like competitive levels of racism. This is left casual.
This is advanced
It's getting
racism.
rank.
The most like
Mitzvot.
bulky levels of casual racism.
Bro, what's your elo on racism? Mitzvot TV for $1.99 says almost as high as that SRA member. Yeah, that mount is very high. I think it's 2.9 inches.
I'm gonna go get some munchies.
0.92.
I had a lot of weed. I'll be right back.
Armin Oblock, PSA Firearms 49 says Saber equals shoots at bystanders every round. That's good. That's good.
Yes.
Can't wait to watch the Saber drive-bys.
PSA Firearms for $1.99 says Saber equals scratched alloy, barely endures recoil. Ooh, that's good. He's got a bunch of these, so be forewarned. PSA Firearms for $49 says Saber equals stupidly assembly. Basically explodes regularly. Oh, that's so good. I gotta write these down. Good. That's good.
You want me to write it down?
Is this the same as a 6 Hour and Grantham Scotch?
It's
I would
all the
imagine
same
so.
guy, bro. He's got.
It's got to be the same
he's
guy.
got, he's got deep pockets, and he just does it every time. And whatever we're talking about, he'll change the profile picture and the account. It's wild. Barrel of Mercy for $5 says, "Show me your out of spec 11.5. I really want to see it. I have a clip for you.
Let me see your ass, darling. I really want to see it."
You're welcome. You're welcome. Or we could do the one where when I see a PSA firearm enjoyer in my presence.
Get that ugly, disabled freak away from me.
PSA Firearms for $4.99 says they have a riser for the iron sights. We charge extra for, but you don't need Saber. Stops after barely ejecting rounds. Ooh,
Good. Did your mom
the high riser is to stay above all the lies and BS they're spewing about our Saber. That's right. High riser, clear eyes, clear mind, something like that. Thank
There's
you.
no haters up here.
The haters can reach me from up here.
Mitchell Black for $4.99 says, "I'm ashamed to say I impulse purchased this rifle and put a Huxwork Flow 5.56K on it. So wish me luck." Listen, all you need to do if you bought like the nice PSA Saber is if it already has the adjustable gas block on there, the rifle speed, just put it a different bolt at your convenience, and you should be good to go. You should be good to go.
And hope the barrel's not over torqued to all hell.
Yeah, just do your own QC.
Exactly.
Yeah,
just take it apart on your
yeah.
own time and do your own QC, and you'll be good to go. Right?
Just be the entire assembly team for the product you spend.
Take it completely apart, put it back together.
Oof.
What bolt would you
Yes,
recommend, John?
this is good. Bolt, a generic AO TMS BCG, which is the one that's in the contract FN M4s currently in the U.S. military. You can find the entire ones online for about $99, or you can buy a BCM bolt, just the bolt, for about $90.
Nice,
and that's also a good way to go. And there's a few others out there. I think Sons of Liberty Gunworks sells just a bolt that's like to really good specs. What you really want is you want them to be, what is it? MPI inspected and individually high pressure tested. So that's the thing, like on my builds, I only use the AO precision bolts that are individually magnetically particle inspected and high pressure tested on an individual basis, every single one of them, right? Which that's how you ensure QC versus like something like a PSA where maybe they batch test 1 out of every 100 and fingers crossed for the other 99, right? Or whatever it ends up being.
1 out of every 100? That's awfully high. That's a high ratio.
Yeah.
Probably 1 out of every
100,
1,000.
yeah. No, sounds high. Sounds high.
Here's the thing,
PSA
though.
Firearms. Go for it.
I was gonna say, would you rather take Sorry, PSA parts made in America or SIG parts made in India?
Ooh.
That's a genuine question I have.
Do not
if
redeem your AR SAR.
if they're made in India, they are by definition MIMD parts, which I do not want. So
Hello,
I would
sir.
see American-made products.
So that's a win for PSA then.
That is a win for PSA. PSA
Small
beat
one.
India.
Nice.
It's close.
They beat off
PSA is
India?
better than SIG. PSA products won't kill you.
Well,
unless you depend on them.
I was gonna say, what was that one video where the guy did a meltdown?
Well, there's a
in the
difference
river
between
where
it
was
killing
cutting off-
you and getting you killed.
Yeah.
Siggas, stay winning, liberal.
The PSA
Listen here,
saber rifle
liberal.
that was cooking off
Explodes.
rounds.
Or,
Talking about
kill in the streets, as they say.
No, but who was mentioning about the guy who did the PSA burn down who was sailing rounds into the next zip code?
Yeah,
That the guy
he
you're
was
talking
letting
about?
them cook off, and he's like, "What do I do? What do I do? Remove the fucking mag, my God."
Yeah, he shot
just
like
let
10
it
mags and
continue
went,
cooking off on the table.
Guys, what do I do? What do I do? Chat, is this real?
Chat, is this actually happening right now? Chat,
Chat, am I cooked?
Chat,
It's
how do I
cooking.
apply tourniquet, chat? Chat, how do you dial 911? What's the number again? PSA Firearms for $4.99 says, I've never been a fan of adjustable gas blocks until PSA paid me to be.
Is that true?
Very true.
That's true.
Wow.
Huge ass for $4.99 says, I love crappy guns. I give all my friends crappy guns, so I look better and they look more poor. Yeah, it's not about being better. It's about looking down on them. That's what it's all about. Mitzvot says, FSBs are underrated. Go bayonet. Hoorah. LOL.
He's so true, though. He's so true, though.
I do have Jonathan Picone's rifle in the back right there with an FSB that I just finished filming that video on, so that'll be out
Isn't it the
eventually.
one with the Mosin scope?
Yes, it is.
Honestly, I do kind of.
That's
Oh
so
god,
funny and
that
kind of
thing.
fun.
When you get
It's
upload
such
the
a
video.
it's such a what? Tomorrow or
Tonight.
Wednesday, if I get
Tonight.
it done. No, not tonight. Oof. I
You'll be banned.
I technically have like 6 hours. No, I have 2 hours to get another video done for my company that I actually get paid to make videos for. So we're behind, but we'll make it work.
On
Thank you,
the
Miss,
way.
for the $1.99. Huge ass for $1.99. It says PSA because cannon fodder needs rifles too.
That's a great case for PSA rifles.
The official rifle of the SRA PSA.
It rhymes.
Slop fantasies and return to proper velocity 20-inch barrels. That's right. 20-inch supremacy.
When your rifle is a machine that turns practice ammo into duty ammo.
That's right.
I say
I'm
that,
down
but
with supremacy.
fuck this 1 in 12 Twitch.
Are you downs supremacy or down with supremacy?
Down supremacy.
With
It's a little bit of both.
Huge ass for $1.99 says PSA buys sloppy seconds. Yes, confirmed. Confirmed sloppy seconds parts on your inside. There, that phrasing was off there. Chuck McGill 69 for $1.99 says aren't FN SRP G2s like $1,300? Sabers are useless. Listen, that's
Preach,
the thing.
brother.
If you're trying to tell me that a $1,300 PSA is better than X mid-tier rifle, I'm just gonna say no. Just gonna say no. And when you get to the $1,200 to $1,300 range, there are so many good rifles or upper and lower combos that are like LWRC is $1,300, right? And if you're trying to tell me that a PSA is as good, like just walk away. No, thank you. So yeah, I 100% agree. Thank you for the $1.99, Chuck. Huge ass for $49 says, sir, second Garand the video has hit the platform. Sir, there's been a second stream. That's good. ET for $4.99 says, guess it's time to tax swap. Yeah, my Geisley SD and BRN4 and upgrade. Money clearly wasted. You didn't get a PSA Saber, you poor. You went
Kilt
with
in
the
the
Geisley.
streets.
Kilt in the streets
friend.
without the
Skilt in the
Saber
streets.
11.5.
You want a t-shirt?
Todd and Dog says, bunch of Sigger lovers in this group. Boo hoo. You know, I shot my SIG the other day and it didn't blow up, so therefore all SIG 320s are good to go.
All SIG.
Okay, I was about to say, like,
Good.
John, isn't yours the pre-upgrade one too?
It is
So it's,
the
like,
pre-upgrade
extra
model.
spicy?
Yeah, so it is confirmed not drop safe, and theoretical might go off on its own. So we don't know about that one yet.
It ends today.
It NDs today.
Empty
Yeah, it'd be fun if you just like slaps under his desk and you hear a pop.
Yeah, my thing's great. It's right over the safe.
Is that a fucking 320?
I worry. I see it and I'm like, that thing's not loaded, is it? And I approach it carefully. Pick it up, check
Don't
it
move.
very
Don't make any
slowly.
sudden movements. Its vision is
Try
based on
not to-
movement.
Clever girl.
It's like getting
Try not to
pulled
shake the
over
desk at all.
by a fucking.
You can't
female police
startle the
officer. You don't
320.
want to move. You don't want to make any loud
Gotta
noises.
approach it like a snake charmer.
Yeah. Huge ass for 109 says PSA better than street shooters.
They do that.
Yes, they I would say
Hey,
so.
poo-poo, in the streets.
Lots of
Nobody-
LWRC shills in the chat. LWRC ICDI is shill here, can confirm S tier. Insane price for the LWRC. The ICDIs are $1,200 to $1,300. So that's what I would go with. All right. And hey, I think that's everything for today. That took a little bit longer than I anticipated. But yeah,
I mean,
that was
I
that was
was
the
gonna-
stream, gentlemen.
Yeah.
Wow.
We all got a
Check it out, guys.
There was
For 2
Kiltech's new
hours.
fuckery, but it is getting kind of late.
Oh
for that.
wait, you did send that to me. Where did you put that at?
DM'd it to you.
Where did it go?
One thing I
Where
didn't
can
get to
see it?
say in the Carl Casarda segment.
I will DM you again.
I got it.
That
Just to, there you go.
that petty guy Carl Casarda trademarked brutality, like brutality matches.
Oh,
if you
yeah,
wanna-
yeah,
yeah. So the reason Ian's night vision match, like the Hop just released a video on, the reason that match is called Moons Out Goons Out and not Midnight Brutality is because Carl trademarked it and sued him over it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Trademark
What
a
a
single
cool guy.
word. How Jewish.
I thought he was a socialist. Everything belongs to everybody. Now he's trademarking stuff.
Oh,
He is
what?
such a fake.
A
He's always-
socialist not sticking to his ideals?
What?
Unbelievable.
Never.
Unbelievable.
Anywho,
Did,
Caltech
yeah,
fuckery.
did he copyright mud tests?
I would
He
not be
did
surprised.
try. He pitched a big fit when other people started doing mud tests. He was like, "That's
Yeah.
outrageous."
I do remember that.
I hate
No,
that. It's like
I
those
wet
retards
dirt.
who are trying to copyright React. Like the
Oh
yeah.
React.
gosh, I remember that.
Well,
That
it
was
was
a
like,
long time
can
ago.
you
I
That
think
was
their
what?
channel was called like the React
2014?
Bros.
It was the React Bros. Yeah, no, it's like, can you not be retarded for 1 second, please?
If they were able
Like-
to do that, we wouldn't be here. We wouldn't be able to soy jack.
That's right. All right, and then Pinochet has a very important question for us after we finish this.
Yes.
Oh man.
Oh my word.
So
But
when
you
a
can- you
boomer
can see-
watches this, is this like a OMG epic moment for boomers?
I
Epic
guess so.
folding rifle.
They see a 10 millimeter Keltec and they're like, "Oh my god, I got that."
Well, the thing is, now that they're committing to like a bulked up large frame sub 2K, they're probably gonna make a 45 too. So
Right.
that's
That'll
gonna
make
make
Here it
the
is.
boomers.
It'll take
jealous.
1911 mags.
Are you guys ready? Are you guys
This
ready?
one's for
Okay.
the Gen
Yes.
I'm
Xers.
gonna freaking.
I guess.
Everyone-
Sub 2K 556.
They've already done a
Yeah,
5.7.
Direct blowback.
Well, yeah,
5.6.
just the huge magazine on there, so that's part of your grip. So you have to grip it like this to act like.
Well, it's automatically
Yeah.
Cali compliant because you can't wrap your fucking hand around it.
Yeah, that's right.
I think
I believe did
automatically.
it first.
Yeah, this video is like.
But yeah, you can see on the back end where that tube is way chunked out,
Way bigger.
Way bigger.
proportional.
It's like endgame for old people.
Just say it's harder than ever. Did I read that right?
Yeah, they did.
That's
It's
smart.
harder.
It's harder.
Hits harder than ever, like
harder
an
than
illegal
ever.
alien immigrant that they're
Caltech.
trying to bring back into the country. Ooh.
Like Chris Rock.
Sub 2000, harder than ever.
No, not Chris Rock. Who's the guy? Chris Brown. Chris Brown is back with an
Yeah.
album that hits
was thinking
harder
of-
than ever.
I was
To
thinking of.
be fair,
New Caltech
10 millimeter
spokesman.
from a 16-inch barrel is not really anything to laugh at. Like that shit is pretty fucking schmoovin'.
Okay, boomer.
Just tell us if you want to buy the fucking gun and get over it.
Bring some white monsters to share.
I just think it's neat.
Yeah.
Oh hell yeah, dude!
Florida State Police rolling up with a
Like,
sub 2000.
are they-
Bro, you're
Oh my
going on a
gosh.
t-shirt.
Dude, okay, are those guys like super obese or is that just the image?
I can't wait
might
for
be
the
more
video.
just the
I
image.
think it's just the
West
distance. 'Cause they're like
I'm praying it's the
mid-stride or
image.
like fusing.
Are they heading to the scene of the crime where a Keltec was used, or are they using a Keltec?
Taser.
Those are the mulch piles. If you see very closely, that's where all the old sub 2000s went.
Dude, this goes hard though. Like as a trailer, I like this.
Yeah.
The shot's good. The car going through the water with the drone flying left to right. Like I like it.
Yeah, but all I can think of is that cop from that one Texas police department.
Oh, KSG spotted.
What are we doing?
RFB?
What are we doing?
RFB
'Cause
as
now it's
well?
it's all weird because we have the KSG on the left, and I imagine the high point, but we're running 5.56 mags and.
What is the
anglers.
optic on that KSG? What is
What barrel too?
It's like a really okay. That's their like that's like the one
barrel
they intend to be for you to like cut down and make an SBS out of. So it's got like
What?
yeah.
Listen,
that's like
guys,
the shorter.
I need you. Caltech's that grand idea. Listen, what if we built a gun where people illegally converted it to SBS, and that's the way that it's designed to work?
Yeah, that's why it has that extra chunk of barrel sticking out.
I mean, I am near Ruby Ridge, so.
Ooh.
Oh, shoot me
Tactical
now.
sack protector. That's right.
Now, look, I never said anything Keltec made was good. It's just innovative. It's neat.
Oh yeah,
Somebody's got to
around once.
recycle that ocean plastic.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly. What else do you think the Zytel comes
That's
from?
what the mulch piles are. It's next to the river. They're harvesting all the plastics out.
Is that a U-Haul in the background?
Trust me,
believe
this
so.
trailer gets funnier the further you go on. So
It's already wild. I'm enjoying this. It's now harder. It's getting arrested. I don't know what's going to happen.
It's
next.
hitting me pretty hard.
Oh my word.
This is awesome.
Yeah, tracking
We're
with your sub
tracking them.
2000.
Wait, what happened to the police officers? Are we done with them? Were they raiding
crypt
a
check now.
thing?
They were raiding a storage container. They were raiding.
Now I have
It's
multiple
2009 again,
storylines,
boys.
and I need
Oh
to
my
know
God.
where they
this
convert.
is getting into like Walking Dead storytelling post like season 3.
All that stuff on the ground you think is snow? It's not snow.
It's
This is Keltec we're talking about here.
Carl.
This is
Hyena.
no. This is Glock's breeding ground for their horses.
Oh, they
Oh
froze it.
God.
This is what it
Can
looks
I
like.
say that
busy.
are you
I
saying that
don't
the floor is
know.
calm?
No,
Yes,
I would
the
never
floor is
say
calm.
that.
Yes.
I was
Or this-
saying it was
This
something
is
else.
a
but-
this is a Garantham breeding ground.
Oh,
Angus thumb.
I know.
That's even
after
worse.
Grantham moved in.
Guys, if you ever froze your ejaculate, no, I'm done.
So
Oh,
that
no.
these guys are hunting the wild Garantham, the wild thumb, with the Keltec, with the power of 10mm.
They're
We can take it down.
they're the
No, it's
compact
Garantham
system.
tracking not so single women in his area.
The majestic high desert breeder.
Yeah,
Grantham
a
has been in
feral
the area.
Garantham.
How can you tell? Ripped condom.
5.56 hurts my
Oh.
hands. Aww.
Cowboys!
There he is.
Yeah,
Josh
Brokeback
just
Mountain.
says,
I
what's
told
funny
you it was
about
gonna get
this is that
stupid.
someone sat in a meeting, talked this all out, got the budget for it, went and filmed it, and then came back to edit it, got cleared by a team, and then launched it. Wild. This also comes from the company that made a top-loading 5.7 though for $200. So
Yeah,
like, this
Wait,
is
is it only
wild.
200?
a 20 round fixed magazine, 5.7 by 28 pistol. The slide is made from like bar stock, like round bar stock, fed by 10
Major
rounds.
Ram
tripper
Ranch
clips.
vibes. Keltec is wild.
Really rocks.
Yeah, we're adding that to operator because someone paid to have it added.
Randy says Focus has done more charity for autism than any other organization. He gives them a platform to speak. Bro, actually, if you added up all of our RADS R scores, we'd probably be over 1,000.
Easy.
Bro.
Bro.
So we got a
I
couple.
still
of
have
good
not.
things
I,
we'll do.
can somebody link me that test? Because I have
We'll
not
have to,
heard of
we'll
it.
have to get it to you.
Also,
Yeah,
Randy,
look it up.
Randy
Try and
kind
find
of
it.
sucks. Just pointing that out.
Ooh,
Aw,
'cause he's
I'm gonna
fat.
get Randy in here, and he's gonna fight you. Actually, you and
Okay,
Randy
no.
West-
We can't have
Randy and
two
West can't have a
astronomical
fight.
bodies in
I've
the
said
same
it.
chat room.
It'll make a black hole.
I'll say something. If you I love doing charity work. If you guys want to set up something for charity, I will absolutely fight Randy in a ring, wrestling style.
Wes and
Boogie versus Wings fight we wanted.
Oh my god.
Bro, no. This would be heavier. This would be heavier.
What,
this
the
would be
stream?
heaviest
If
fight
you
of the
invite
night.
them both on?
It hits
No,
hard.
no. Randy versus Wes would be heavier than Wings versus Boogie.
Not true.
It would be heavier.
I'd pay.
Yeah, again,
Okay.
but while covered in baby oil.
Are they naked?
All right, no gay shit.
Oh no.
We get them in traditional sumo, whatever the diapers they wear, and it's a sumo match to the death.
So we
Oil.
Sumo match to the
I'm
death.
out.
Yeah, well, the first person to fall just can never get back up.
The actual
Oh my
sumo
God.
belts are too expensive. We'll just use Pampers XXL.
I'm fat, but I'm not like Dave Blunt's fat. I can walk around and shit, dude.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, Wes. Wes
Sorry,
is getting
Wes.
attacked.
Love you.
Wes, we appreciate you on here. You're
Let me
basically-
feel alone.
It's okay. Just
Okay.
eat your feelings
Although,
away. It
to
worked
be
last
fair,
time.
to be fair, anybody that comes on a focus strip live stream is going to get absolutely roasted. That's just how it goes.
I love
best
it.
one I've
I
still
have a
seen for me
blast.
is-
This is fun as hell. And like,
Wes is Focus's biggest fan.
literally,
Shadow
in the-
Force.
in the
Shadow
little-
Force with a goaded comment.
It says rotund right here. What did you expect?
No, I think
About
I don't
that.
think we can see it right now. Oh wait, it's so small
Yeah.
because there's so many of us on screen right now.
Because
It
you
says
can't
Your
rotund.
spectacles.
Here we go.
I'm fine.
Again, I love the shots. I love the cinematography.
yeah.
Just give
It
me
looks
give me
great.
an hour of this with some real story behind it. I'll be
Yellowstone.
Now a Caltech, but 45 ACP takes 1911 mags. Boom. Sign me a check, Caltech.
So are the converging plots going to come together in the end? That's what I need to know.
They're
I need a
gonna fight.
resolution for this.
What is
Don't
this
fight
guy
against
hunting?
each
You're putting a lot of investment into a Celtic ad.
All four of the meetups say we have to
Look at the
Caltech.
investment Celtic put into this ad. They filmed on 3 separate locations, drone crews, multiple different actors, a ranch. Like they put some money into this.
What are you trying to
Oh
say?
yeah,
folks?
because
Are
they
you-
had the
What I want to know is
clapback.
how is it folded with that optic there?
It
They
twists.
started
doing
It's
it
basically
twists.
it's, just,
Okay,
it's an
I did not know
upscaled
that.
version of the Gen 3 where the forend rotates 90 degrees.
Yeah, so it's a.
I did
flip
not
and
know that.
rotate
Okay.
thingy. So it's like a what are
But,
those?
but
little
yeah,
things
this
they
this
do?
whole
Basically,
thing
it's
is
like-
just in response
you-
to
you
Smith
twist 'em.
releasing their 10mm FPC.
the Smith
You
and Wesson.
twist and tug on the shaft of the cow.
Wow.
Picatinny rail.
cross bolt safety ambidextrous.
Oh, you couldn't have gotten a better red dot than a Viridian. Oh, come
That's
on.
sad.
It's a knockoff red dot. Come on.
It does fit the
Dude,
aesthetics of the.
that is
would
such a
be-
good idea.
Ooh.
Ivy
Oh,
88,
God.
88 versus Carl.
Dude,
Bro.
what do we
That
got to do
would
to
be
make that happen?
glorious.
I'd love to hear him talk.
No, we do
Just
that,
like
but they also got to
Steve
take a
Michaels.
shot every 15 minutes.
Every time
Oh
I say light,
Jesus Christ! The stream would be new.
Yeah.
The
Bro,
stream
that
would
would
be
It would
new
have to be a
in the
Rumble
first half.
exclusive.
Yeah.
That would be wild. That would be a cage match. Like that's wild.
Oh yeah.
Although IV8888 would actually like destroy him and then eat him afterwards. Just
is
in a
hungry.
roid induced rage, you would just
You mean IV 1488?
yeah, that guy.
It takes clock bags.
Clock
Dude!
bags.
Oh, yeah!
I'm buying one.
Okay.
Oh, I hate this. Come on,
wait,
you
read
could have
it.
shown somebody competent shooting it.
That was
They're like,
Oh.
listen, should we have somebody real shoot it or like the girl? And they're like,
Woman.
the girl.
woman
That's
moment.
I don't think she can
okay,
see
that-
like she
optic
doesn't
right
even
now.
have her
Although-
tits out.
I was gonna
It's
say
not like-
it's not the target audience because there's no female that's ever gonna buy this. However, a boomer seeing a girl shoot it might be like, oh, like their blood starts flowing a little bit. They're like, oh, I gotta get one of these things.
Bro's flagging the horse, by the way. Come on.
It's
happens.
horse.
You
Bro,
flag
you-
yourself
it's a
every
horse.
time you draw.
It's a
Or-
horse.
You can't not flag if you have a horse holster.
Yeah, if you're
Let's
trying to
see.
draw from a horse scabbard, like while not on the horse, it's kind of not really a way to do it.
A white
Crown
girl and a
again.
horse. I don't
Good
want to see
question.
this video.
Yeah, you gotta be careful when you draw at the range, buddy. You might flag the ants.
Is this a clock horse?
Celtic is going against Glock for wars. Yes.
Let's see, it does the thing.
You see that twist action, and what is he doing? Is he charging it?
He's gonna do a lever action. He thinks
Okay,
it's a lever.
okay. So the charging handle can do like a sort of an HK thing where it locks into a
Oh,
notch at an
yeah.
angle. So he's smacking the charging handle loose.
Oh, okay.
He's doing the Celtic slap.
I actually kind of want one of these. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, yeah, like the 9mm version is like 4.5 pounds.
Well, I blew up on me, so I'm not getting another one.
Well, yeah, I know you had one go boom, Bones.
Did they only fired 3 shots in that entire trailer?
I believe
Really?
so.
But
Yeah.
it takes
The girl
She
fires
fires
2.
2.
And the dude
It's
fired
accurate
one.
for what they expect their owners to do.
3.
3 shots.
3 rounds.
3
3
rounds.
rounds. Come
3
on.
bullets.
Innovate though.
Average
Whole
between
$1
stoppages.
spent on ammo. $1.50
No, it's
if you
10
will.
millimeter. Yeah, I was gonna say it's 10 millimeter. It's got to be $1.50.
Gotcha.
That's it. Innovation and performance, Keltec. Well, thank you.
I just feel like with the amount of chunk they added in the back on the back end of the receiver, they could have made it like delayed or something, not just straight blowback.
Randy, I don't think so.
Dude,
Most men get
no.
interested in attractive women. It's not saying that women aren't attractive, but it's like using them in marketing just for no value whatsoever, other than to be like, hey, female on screen can be a little cringe, right? This isn't a
I don't want to
gaming
be
convention.
pandered to.
In a
What are you
gaming
saying?
convention, like that's kind of like the norm, right? Or at like some Comic-Con or something.
Yeah.
But with guns,
Classic.
you're like, it's not, it's not the point. It's not why. It's
Classic
not why nobody's
cringe.
interested in the gun.
Classic
Randy.
But-
cringe Coomer take from Randy.
You would like carry handles if you could put them on a walker and pull your fat ass around.
Jesus.
Holy.
Dang!
Holy.
Yo.
Do the Terran tactical strategy. They're precious assets. Yes. All right. Oh my gosh. Mm.
For the longest time, I felt like I was the only one that remembered that Terran's a total boomer coomer.
Yeah.
He is
Fresh
a
Pinochet.
complete degen.
Fresh Pinochet for $5 says, rank these rifles: Sugar Weasel, PSA Saber, or IWI Zion. I think I'm going to list them in the exact order that you have out. The Sugar Weasel is at least an accurate lightweight firearm, even if Q is cringe. But the PSA Saber is probably better than the IWI Zion, at least in the configuration shown in the Goobers video. That's my ranking. Any
Yeah,
dissent?
it's also, and it's also not
That's
Jewish.
actually mil spec.
Well, any dissenters on the panel?
I mean, I've not shot one yet, but I'm kind of curious about the Zion 15s because they're like $800.
They're pretty cheap.
I had
I
a
stand
12.5
Israel.
and liked it. I probably put 1,000 rounds through it, and it was fine. I never really used it too long, and it was perfectly acceptable until I got rid of it.
Yeah.
It just
fine.
it seems like it's in the same category as an M&P Sport 3.
Yeah, I just liked it because it was
It's just a
12.5.
rifle.
And at the time, I really wanted a 12.5.
Yeah, I would probably spring for the Zion over the M&P just because it comes with B5 furniture. It comes with my favorite stock and grip right out the box. So
Yeah, and it's like what the
Hey.
same price as the new MP Mark III or Gen 3, whatever it's called.
the M&P is cheaper.
Sport 3.
About
MP
$200
15
cheaper.
Sport 3.
Probably
would
depends on the
not-
model because they
I
have a
would
bunch of
not
different models of
buy-
it.
I would
I'm
not buy
curious
the
about the new
Zion
Zion
basically
25.
on principle. I think,
That's fair.
Huge Ass has a very important question. Can we trademark being a tard so Carl can stop? I think collectively this panel could trademark being a tard, as we could provide evidence that we have the original patent on it.
Oh, we
So,
got a
thank you very
guy who can't even picture things.
I'm
We got him beat.
John.
As soon as that left the screen, Logan was like, "What did that guy say again?" It's just gone. There's no text.
He said, "Who's John?" I
Wait,
don't
so
know.
actually, I have another question. I just thought about that. How do you remember things if you can't picture them?
I just remember them. I
He's a
guess.
simp. He's a
Just
fucking
puts them in his
simp, that's what
hard
it is.
drive. His
Yes,
hard
but
drive in his brain.
it's like there's no RAM. There's only like hard storage, so you have no short-term
Basically.
memory.
Bro's
of things.
overclocked.
It's like-
My short-term memory is pretty terrible.
Interesting. I wonder if there's a link there. I'd have to, now I'm
Yeah,
interested.
They took it. They They took his short-term memory when they took the tumor. Okay, that's where it was all at.
No, this was like this way before that.
Do you understand the course of fire? No? What? Huh?
What am I doing here?
Let me look back at it.
Who are you?
You understand?
Who are
Let me
you?
look back
Where
at
am I? What is this gun?
PSA Firearms for 109 says, "No, Wes, you can't eat the horse."
Already ate the donkey.
Rough.
Lamau.
Oh my gosh. Mitzvah TV for 109 says, or sorry, for 499. Thank you very much. Says, "I saw a guy at the range use these once. They kept lifting their head off their cheek weld to see where their rounds hit after firing. Is that in response to the super tall riser?"
I think so.
That or maybe the sub 2000.
Oh no, it's the
Because I know-
Keltec.
Yeah, I know
Oh,
because the
yeah.
Gen 2s that have the built-in irons, at least for me, like I have to crank my head all the way back to the,
Yeah,
to
they're
the
rough.
back end of the stock to get my cheek.
Oh, to actually see.
things.
Yeah. That's rough.
Not a single tattoo, Randy.
Ooh.
PSA Firearms 499 says, "Now hits harder than ever. Just ask Logan's sister." But Logan can't picture his sister because she doesn't exist.
And also,
I
can.
PSA Firearms for 499 says, "Keltec for every correctional officer on perimeter patrol." I don't know who wants a 10mm sub 2K. Like 9mm is fine.
I just think it would be funny, particularly because there's there's the Liberty Civil Defense load, which is like a 60 grain. It's a retarded load, but it's like a 60 grain hollow point that'll make like 2,800 feet per second out of a 16-inch barrel. It's
They're
stupid.
cool. They're super cool.
Yeah,
That's super
Logan
cool. I
actually
can't
just
wait to
has
tell my
like
grandpa
stuff
about that.
written all over his body and to remember things throughout the day.
He's shooting the course of fire, and he's like this.
Yeah, one-handed as he's
Yeah,
going
he's got it written.
PSA Firearms 499 says, "Oh look, Logan's sister's getting pushed across the creek."
Oh,
Wow.
Logan, you're making so much money for us. Though.
Oh my
Yeah,
god!
like
Here to help.
John should write you a check for the amount of money you made in this
my
today.
God.
Who knew your disability would make this stream so much money?
Yeah.
You're like 3 downs. You got like brain tumor, no head. Like what else? Do you suck at shooting?
Oh,
He also sucks at
PSA
helmet.
Firearms for
So
499 says, "Keltec ads because even Taurus needs someone
Damn.
to look up to."
Nice.
Ooh, rough.
That's funny.
Yikes.
Rough but fair.
Yeah. Rough but fair, just like Logan's sister. All right.
He's talking about. He's talking
Wow.
about when he says rough but fair.
Logan, I love you just the way you are, buddy. Okay.
Mm. Logan's sister is real to me. That's right. She's real
Maybe
to me.
maybe the Logan sisters are the friends we made along the way.
Yeah.
I'm Logan's sister.
Maybe you could find many of Logan's sisters on the Discord server where most of these degens come from. But
You say that, but so far I've only found racist femboys on your server. Besides us racist retards, I've yet to
Yes,
meet an
there's a
actual
difference.
female.
I am not racist.
Nope, there's one. There's at
there
least
is one.
There is a fence.
Oh yeah, yeah.
She's
997.
Canadian though,
Sorry.
so it doesn't count.
1996.
Chinese chick.
is that
Yeah,
confirmed
teenage
that she's
thought.
female?
I don't know. I didn't check.
necessarily.
50-50. Flip a coin.
I thought
I'm
you
gonna
said
be
she was
real.
a
There's only
lesbian.
one
I thought
way
she
that.
had a girlfriend.
I mean, everyone on
Listen,
Discord,
I
everyone on
keep seeing
Discord
these
is male
pop-
until
You
proven
didn't-
out.
I do not.
You see, guys, we eat the Pope and we own the Holy Land.
Yeah, as far as I'm
He
concerned, there
shouldn't have
are
said.
no.
He shouldn't have said that stuff about trannies.
Logan Gardner.
I don't like this Logan slander.
As far
All
as
right,
I'm
Logan
concerned, there are
Gardner.
no women on the Discord at all.
Mhm.
We're all
Only
making
Well,
femboys.
listen, only the ones that you want to fight.
Femboy.
Jake.
What? Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah. I don't like this Logan slander, says Logan. Well, Logan, if I tell you to picture an apple in your mind, what happens? Just out of curiosity.
Nothing.
But that's it. Okay, that was 3 hours. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Was it?
But before we go, all at once, could you all say goodbye to the chat and exactly what you where people can find you or any shout outs that you guys want to do?
Goodbye. Auf Wiedersehen.
Adios, amigos.
Bye-bye.
On YouTube.
You can find me on the Discord server. You heard?
Check out Operator on Steam. I'm an audio engineer. Buy the game. I'm poor.
Go dislike that game.
I need money for more ammo.
I don't really have anything to say.
Money for more food.
Follow Spaz.
There you go.
Subscribe to
Wes,
PewDiePie.
He's pretty big, yo.
I have to add a Keltec gun to Operator because people said it was cool.
There you go.
Hell yeah.
I hate everything.
Operators.
So, guys, Spaz has a channel. It has one video on it. You could check it out. You could
It
dislike
sucks.
it.
It's bad. It's bad.
Thing about it.
Go watch
Logan
it and leave comments.
has a channel where he just posts match footage, which you can also check out. I think Bones is going to start a channel, and
The first video is being edited. It's open in my other tab right now.
that's right. Perfect. Awesome. John, or sorry, Bread Doge, you got anything you want to shout out before we get out of here?
Not really. I don't have much going on. I'm just here.
Understood. Well, we appreciate you being here. And I want to thank everybody on the panel for hanging out for 3 hours, just like we do in Discord, which you could find, but apparently they're not letting anyone through the airlock anymore. So sorry, you missed the boat on that.
Gotta get
Fuck
lucky.
off. We're
Sucks
full.
to suck.
Yeah, got to get very lucky on that. Just like Logan's sister. But with all of that out of the way, I want to say thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. I hope you had a great Easter yesterday, and we will see you in the next one, wherever that happens to be. And with all that out of the way, God bless, gentlemen.
Pope's dead.
Christ is
Subscribe to
king.
PewDiePie.
Right.